Looks for Deutsch. Deutsch at the 1 into the end zone. No play action now. Look to pass over the middle. It's intercepted by Cole Hebel. Intercepted by Hebel. Rears back, comes downfield, has Rodriguez. Rodriguez at the 40, to the 50, to the 40. Rodriguez is going to keep going. Right, Fetting's got room, and here's Bo Fetting. Fetting's still on his feet. Fetting's gone. Looking to pass, playing off, coming left side, picked up by Cotton. Alex Cotton with the pick, he'll take it back, and into the end zone.
Turn and hand the ball off. Will Starkey, he thunders his way. 30, 20, one man to beat. He's got... The middle's got a man, that's Friddle. Look out, Friddle, 40, 30, he's loose, 20, 10, touchdown.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good afternoon. We welcome you into the Star City here today, Velva, North Dakota, the site of today's Class 11B semifinal game. It's the Velva-Garrison Drake-Anamoose-Garrison, the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, here today on yourliveevent.com. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show. A berth into the Dakota Bowl is on the line. We see who can take it tonight. It's the undefeated 11-0 Aggies, the 10-1 winners of 9 straight Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, and it's on yourliveevent.com.
Remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance. Protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Your Irie Insurance pregame show. Irie, INS, is the website for all your insurance needs. Visit with your local agents at Irie Insurance. Velva-Garrison Drake-Anamoose-Garrison, Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, 11B state semifinal. Let's kick it off. Let's go down to the field. Head coach Scott Olson standing by.
Well, Coach, welcome to Velva. First time, I think, for both of us being on this football field. Field looks like it's in pretty good shape if we can start with that.
Yeah, nice town, nice field, and nice environment, and should be an exciting day.
Atmosphere here is great during the pregame. Let's talk about the preparation this week. How have the boys responded after last week in a very solid second half?
Yeah, we played a really good second half, and a good week of practice, and a lot of prep work went into this game right here, and they're going to be a challenging team. They are physical. The quarterback can run and pass the ball well, and we'll have our work cut out for us.
Among the things that they seem to do very well is moving people around. They've got some athletes that they can put in different positions.
Yeah, they do. They have multiple running backs, and their main running back at the start of the year has got a cast on, and he just plays linebacker and some fullback. But they had 2 more guys behind him that run just as well. And I think for them, it's the same as us. It starts up front. Their line does a really good job. They have some big boys up front that move people, and that's the goal of an offensive lineman, is to move the guy ahead of you, and that's what we talk about all the time. And they do a lot like us in that way.
Statistically, whatever the stats mean or don't mean, but they've really got up on people early this season. Their games, for the most part, except for one, have been over at halftime.
Yeah, I'd say if we can get them in a 4-quarter game, how are they going to respond? And we played a bunch of 4th-quarter games, and we're battle tested, and both teams are battle tested. It's the semifinals. It's it is. They should be, and the guys that they have a bunch of sophomores that play. We got a few sophomores that play, 1 freshman that plays, and none of those guys that I've seen from their film, none of our guys play at that age anymore. They're all experienced now, and just 2 evenly matched teams that are going head-to-head today.
Talk what else you see from Velva-Garrison to Drake-Anamoose on film that you say we have to stop what?
Yeah, we have to stop the run. Their quarterback has thrown some interceptions this year, and we've been taking away a lot lately. So if we can get them in a 3rd and long situation, got to go back to winning first down, but they'll pass the ball on first down. They do some play action stuff that's really nice, and like I said, there's a challenging a group to plan for, and it's going to be a tough battle.
Quarterback has thrown some picks. You guys have a number of interceptions. How do you get him maybe uncomfortable with your defensive pressure?
Yeah, defensive line has to keep balling out. We got Peter back at the end here. They got to keep putting pressure on the quarterback that they have been all year, and today's no different.
Biggest keys today, we've talked about a number of things, but what are the top ones?
Yeah, take care of the ball and limit penalties. We had a lot of penalties last week. They get teams to jump off sides with their hard counts. We have to make sure we're disciplined in that.
Coach, thanks so much. Good luck. We'll talk to you at halftime.
Thank you.
Head coach Scott Olson for the Burros of Hillsboro Central Valley. We're here in Velva today. Beautiful day with clouds. There is a breeze. The lights are on, and we're here for some semifinal football. And I think you can tell by the voice tone and just the music in the background, everybody is jacked up here today.
As we continue with our Irie Insurance pregame show after this.
Vroom on over to the Hillsboro Body Shop, where they work on anything automotive. Cars, pickups, trucks, semis, and more. The guys have a combined 25 years of experience with professional, top quality, and timely automotive service. It's Ben and Tyrell at the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call 701-636-4981. Getting cars, pickups, semis, and more. If it moves and needs work, bring it over to the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call Ben Alba and Tyrell Lee, 701-636-4981. The Hillsboro Body Shop.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877. The Hillsboro Vets Club welcomes you for Broasted Chicken Saturdays, 5:30 till 7:30. Fries and coleslaw along with delicious broasted chicken. It's the best chicken I've ever had. Roasted chicken, dine in and take out at Saturdays at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And after the home football games, make sure that you stop in for free pizza and talk about the game with all the Burro fans at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Wishing the Burros good luck and thanking the community for your support.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Class 11B football semifinal game. It is the Velva-Garrison Drake-Anamoose Aggies, the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, as we continue on with our Irie Insurance pregame show. Before our pregame show, we had a chance to sit down with the head coach, Larry Sandy, of the Aggies, as he joins us now with our pregame coach's comments.
Welcome to your pregame coach's comments. As head coach for the Aggies, Larry Sandy joins us. Coach, congratulations on being here into this state semifinals. Talk about here just what it's meant for the program and the success that you've had this season to reach this point again.
I guess, the success that we've had, began at the very beginning of the year and even earlier than that this time last year when we bowed out at the quarterfinals or the quarterfinals to Bishop Ryan in a tough battle. But it also kind of set a tone for our kids. We didn't graduate a whole lot off of last year's team and knew that we'd have a ball club that should be in contention this year. But we also knew we had a lot of work to do in the off season, and kids got a lot of that done. And entering the season, I think we were very focused on our first 4 games to start out with. They were all with teams that were returning from the playoffs. We started with Hazen and then Beulah, then a couple of region games with Black and Nedrose, and they were all playoff teams from the year before. And so we knew we had to be playing at a high level right away, and I think that got us started where we needed to be right away. And then tried building some depth within our program, and as everybody tries to do. So kind of spent the last half of the season doing that, and the playoff times are around, and we feel like we're hitting our stride, and kids are doing what we're asking them to do.
Looking at that roster, a good sized senior class, just not a lot of juniors, and then a lot of sophomores having to come up and also play roles on this team. How has that balance of the leadership of those coming back from last year and then those young kids work to bring the success?
Well, it's actually been an easy conversion, so to speak. I guess where actually a lot of the sophomores were at a lot of our skill positions, and with Ben Shep at quarterback spot and Hank Bodine, they were both two-way starters last year at those positions, linebackers and Ben at a quarterback and defensive back. And they just got a lot of natural leadership built into them. But at the same time, our senior group understands their role. The majority of them are linemen and understand that, success that these skilled position players have basically comes down to what kind of opportunities they can give them during the game. And they know that if they can do their job up front, that they can trust in the skilled players doing what we ask them to do also.
As you make your way through the region, you talked about that heavy strength of schedule, especially there at the beginning of the year with the returning playoff participants from a year ago. What does that do, especially right away at the beginning of the season, to kind of sharpen you up?
Well, I think right away it just sets a level of play. We came off the playoffs and we went into a pre-quarterfinal game last year, going down to number 1 Beulah at time, or number 1 in the Southwest anyway, Beulah team, and that's always a tough team to play with the offense that they run, and you're going to be cheated out on a little bit of your offense as their offense tries to grind it out. And I guess that was a big win, I think, for our program at that time. Just we had come off actually 2 region losses going into the playoffs, so it was a big growing game for us, and I think that's contributed a lot to our success this year. Then we turned around this year and played Beulah once again in the second game of the regular season, and knew that was going to be a big battle. We knew Beulah would be a team that would be returning to the playoffs, and they're hosting the other playoff game here, semifinal game. So we felt good about that, and just setting a level of play that we needed to be at, and I think that was probably what's been important for the success that we've had the rest of the year.
One thing I want to bring up, you talk about setting level of play, setting the tone on the numbers, the stats you were able to send over. One thing that jumped out to me was the starts you get, the early leads in the first half. It's like a 4.5 to 1 point differential ratio that you guys have. What's allowed you to do that, or how do you come and get those fast starts?
Well, I think that again just comes down to that kids preparing well, understanding that in these games you got to get out. We prepare well first and foremost, and if we're seeing what we think we're going to be seeing, and our kids are doing a job up front, again, we've been fairly successful at getting points on the board and being able to play from ahead for most of the season all year long, actually. But it is just, I think this comes down to a focus and the kids understanding that that's that level of play you need to be at. You can't wait till a certain part of the game to turn it on. It's got to be right from the opening kickoff, and I think our kids have been responding to that pretty well.
Let's talk about the semifinal. Hillsboro, Central Valley, the opponent. You've had your chance to scout and game plan and get all your prep work in here. What are we looking at in this matchup?
Well, I think when I look at it, to me, it looks like a pretty even matchup. It really does. It should be a well of a ball game for the fans to come watch and appreciate the two programs that are going head to head here. I think Hillsboro in the last decade here has developed that culture, and obviously getting the championships and getting to those championship games, and their numbers are good and they've been very solid, and I think again that leads to the culture that you have within your program, and every day you go out to practice. Those who aren't on the starting lineup are probably practicing to get some of the best kids in the state, and I think that's kind of where our program is at this point. We're getting there with our JV programs, and they're being able to practice against some pretty good kids, and that should lead for our program to be in contention from years on out going forward. And Hillsboro is obviously in that position already with coming off of what they did last year, and again returning to a semifinal, trying to get to a championship game once again. So Coach Olson does just a well of a job with that program of his, and just have an awful lot of respect for what they're doing out on the field, and it's should be just a whale of a matchup tomorrow.
Dakota Bowl on the line. You want to get on the bus next week to go down to Fargo. What's the keys here for the Aggies to go ahead and do that?
Well, again, I've been doing this in Velva for 33 years and been in a lot of playoff games, and that question is always one that arises, especially at playoff time. What's going to be the key to winning? And my answer is always fairly simple. It's, winning as many battles as you can up front, first and foremost, offensive and defensive line. And from there, if you give those skilled kids the opportunity and they're executing, you're going to give yourself a chance. And then the things you really don't control a whole lot are those tangibles such as turnovers, and you got to be staying away from those. You can't give up possessions. You don't get a whole lot of possessions during the game the way it is, and if you are going to turn that ball over, hopefully it's just by a punt and not by interceptions or fumbles.
Larry Sandy, Coach Sandy for the Velva-Drake-Anamoose Aggies. Coach, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it. Best of luck here in the semifinal, and look forward to talking with you later.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Hi, this is Olivia Anderson from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School District, reminding you that ethics, integrity, and respect are values important to our daily lives. In our sporting events, they are translated into one word: sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the strongest educational lessons and lifetime values taught by school activities. Remember that one simple word: sportsmanship. It's how you play the game. This message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro. You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
This is your Irie Insurance pregame show. IrieInsurance.com, IrieINS.com, the website to find the agent nearest you and visit with your local Irie Insurance agents here for all your insurance needs. As we thank you for joining us today on YourLiveEvent.com with our 11B semifinals today from Velva. The Velva-Drake-Anamoose Aggies, they host the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. We also have our other semifinal and audio-only broadcast of the Beulah Miners taking on the Central Cass Squirrels here with 11B semifinals today on YourLiveEvent.com. Thanks as well to all the sponsors that you'll see throughout our coverage this afternoon, as we thank them as well for them being able to provide us being here through their sponsorship. We ask that you please patronize those businesses there. As we'll get that coin toss there on the view so we can get that going. There we go. Patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. Myself, Jim Berkmeyer, and Keith Meyer here with our broadcast today as we get ready for the Aggies and the Burros, and look out on the field right now and early November, and we're having a nice day for some football outside.
Yeah, and the Burros have won the coin toss. They have deferred to the second half, so the Aggies will be receiving to the left, which is the west end zone, and the Burros will be defending the east end zone, so the Aggies will receive the opening kickoff here today. Well, Big Jake, it's the semifinals. It's the Burros who are on a heck of a win streak and been playing, some good football. It hasn't been picture perfect at all times, but they feel good about what they've been doing. They're confident. They're not overconfident, but they know that if they can keep eliminating some of the mental errors and protecting the football, their defense has been rock solid here as of late, including that second half performance last week in the victory, offensively moving the ball. Then you've got this Velva-Garrison, the Drake-Anamoose football team that, my goodness, the numbers that they have put up that you are going to share in just a moment, they have been putting up a lot of points and giving up very few, and this should be just one heck of a football game on a field that's in great condition. There's still some green grass out here, and the trees around it with the Mouse River circling around this football field in the park area here in Velva. It's a fabulous atmosphere and two really, really good football teams.
And we'll look at some of the statistical comparisons between the two. The Aggies at 11-0, the last unbeaten left in Class 11B. They come into the game averaging 40.9 points per game, giving up just 10.18. That's a difference of over 30 points per game. They've outscored opponents 450 to 112 on the year, including a 296 to 45 halftime margin. Average halftime score about 27 to 4 there. So a lot of early leads, a lot of quick scores here for this Aggies team that has 62 total touchdowns on the year, over 3,800 yards, fairly even with 1,800 rush, 2,007 on the pass. They average 346 total yards of offense in a game. For the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros at 10-1, winners of 9 straights. They score 27.5 points per game, give up 9.64, a difference of 17.9 per game. 303 to 106 is your season scoring margin there for the Burros, as they have 4 shutouts defensively, including last week in the home victory over Oaks. That 20-0 victory. They have 3,100 yards of total offense, 2,316 by the rush, 868 by the pass, averaging 289 yards per game. The Velva-Garrison Drake-Anamoose Aggies back into the state tournament after a quarterfinal loss to Bishop Ryan last year. Hillsboro Central Valley, their 7th straight trip to the state semifinals. The last time they played a road playoff game, 6 years ago to the day, November 5th, 2016, there in that first of the 7 straight trips there. So it's the Burros and the Aggies coming up. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show. We wrap it up, get your kickoff coming up next.
Here's a message from Tim Cassette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you. which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cazette Seed Sales, Hillsboro, 701-430-0877. We're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsboro location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Reed Insurance, Terry Reed and Julie Larson, serving you with homeowners, farm, auto, multi-peril, crop hail. They're here to help you with the insurance you need. Located in the Wright Implement Building in Hillsboro, call Julie or Terry today at Reed Insurance, 701-636-5471. Visit with Terry Reed and Julie Larson for the insurance coverage you need. You can depend on Reed Insurance.
Time for your starting lineups today from American Crystal Sugar Company. You can live the sweet life here. Discover more, including career opportunities with American Crystal Sugar. Right now, the offensive starters for Hillsboro Central Valley being introduced as they go with the all-senior offensive line. Number 76, Easton Baszler at left tackle. Number 77, Oscar Leal at left guard. The center will be number 67, Caleb Hattlestead. Number 57, Jake Swanson is your right guard. Number 58, Dylan Foss is your right tackle. Tight end will be number 14, Peter Dryberg, the senior, as well as senior fullback number 24, Cole Hebel. Junior running back number 34, Landon Olson. Your junior receivers will be Dylan Mitzel and Cody Rage to start things off with the senior quarterback, number 10, Riley Olson, for the Hillsboro Central Valley Borough offense. The Borough is coached by head coach Scott Olson. As they come in 10-1 on the year, 3,184 total yards on the season, averaging 289.45 per game. We're in the road whites with the white hats, blue pants here today for Hillsboro Central Valley. For the Aggies of Velva-Drake-Anamoose, looking at their defensive starters today. On the defensive line in a 4-lineman, 3-linebacker set, they'll come out with senior number 62, Kyle Sandy at one defensive end. It will be the senior number 14, Peyton Bodine at the defensive tackle. Gabe Lakaduck at the defensive tackle wearing number 54, and Tyler Holdeman at the other defensive end in the number 56 jersey. Two sophomore linebackers and number 12 as Drayson Eigelhart and number 20, Hank Bodine. And it will be the senior number 52, Braden Selzer, in that linebacking core. Two corners will be sophomores, number 24, Reggie Bruner, and number 21, Braden Bozert. Safeties will be the senior number 17, Preston Kraft, and the sophomore number 10, Ben Shep. For the Aggies in their home blue jersey tops with the yellow pants, white helmets today. Your starting lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company, and your officials for today's game as well: Reed Flagon, Marcus Wagner, Nick Mears, Cody Duscher, and John Meyer here today. As we get ready to set the stage, it's 11B semifinal football as the Velva-Garrison-Drake-Anamoose Aggies host the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros.
Well, thanks for joining us today. And Big Jake, we're going to get a taste and a sniff of how this is going to go right away, as you've got Eagle Heart back returning for Velva-Garrison-Drake-Anamoose. 3 kickoff returns on the season, averages almost 43 yards per kickoff return. Bowden Allen has been a great kicker for the Burros this season. We'll get it started right away, and I'm just telling you, as the music goes in the background, the grandstand is filled, the sidelines are full. This is high school football semifinals in North Dakota. It's the Burros and the Aggies, and however you say it, boom, bing, bing, boom, let's go!
Here we go as the Burros kicking from right to left. Allen having it teed up, sending Martin and Eigelhart back deep for the Aggies. Thanks again for joining us here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Don't forget that subscribe button. Stay up to date on all the YLE broadcasts coming your way. Here as the semifinals today, and we got more tournament coverage with Region Volleyball coming up next week as well. All right, Burros 10-1, Aggies 11-0. Here comes your opening kickoff as Allen sends it on this ground and angles it, bouncing, finally touched, picked up, falling on, back at the 21-yard line, and that's where the Aggies will start this first possession.
Yeah, very well coached up football team. You're not going to give Eigelhart the chance on the opening kick it away from him, kick it on the hard ground. It bounces and goes off the fingertips, and the Aggies will have it here at the 21.
Sophomore quarterback number 10, Ben Shep, leads this offense out here, with the seniors on the offensive line of Kyle Sandy, Gabe Lackaduck, Tyler Holdeman, Braden Selzer, the junior, Jamison Remy. Running backs will be Braden Bozert. Tight ends Peyton Bodine, Reggie Bruner, Preston Kraft, and Trayson Eigelhart are your receivers. They run left here on the first play, trying to get around to the outside corner as they give it up there to Eigelhart. He breaks the big gain, not on the kickoff, but on the first play from scrimmage, and right away it's a first down for the Aggies.
Yeah, the Burros defense, they wanted to get some guys wider as they put Eigelhart in motion. They read that, but guys didn't get the edge, and also then because of the Aggies did a great job of blocking on that left side where they got downfield and threw some tremendous blocks, and you've got the speed of Eigelhart as well all the way out to the 39.
Up to the line of scrimmage, 2 backs in the backfield. Now move a tight end to the right side, receiver on the right side as well. They run the toss that way to the wide side of the field. Hit in the backfield, get it away this time. It's Bodine, and then he's wrapped up. Cole Hebel comes over and trying to rip the ball away there. Cody Rage getting in, but a loss on the play.
Yeah, and you're all choked up there, but I'll tell you what, who was not choked up was Riley Olson, the safety, playing up tight, read that, got there right at the line of scrimmage, and tripped up Bodine and took him off balance. That threw off the timing. Everybody else there in pursuit with Hebel and Rage, as he said, making the stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Just such beautiful pursuit. I got choked up. From the right hash mark in the shotgun set, 2 backs in the backfield. They'll motion 1 left to right now. Throw a quick wide receiver screen out to the left side, wide side of the field. Eigelhart runs over a defender, then down the left sideline, being chased. Hebel diving forward, can't get him. Got to beat Rage. Eigelhart gets into the end zone. Touchdown for the Aggies.
Yeah, and the Aggies showing the speed and showing the physicality on the edge down the sideline with the big play, and that's what they've been doing all season long. Big plays, the ability to be physical with the big plays, and the quick start. You gave those numbers there in the pregame show about how they're outscoring people in the first half. They get one here in the first couple of minutes.
61-yard wide receiver screen pass in for the touchdown as Eigelhart made one guy miss and then went the rest of the distance on his own. Now going for the 2-point conversion, it will be Shep keeping himself as he'll dive across the end zone in for the 2-point conversion. Good, and it will be the Aggies leading on your Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard 8-0 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils, because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
First quarter, the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison strike first, a 61-yard wide receiver screen pass. Trey Eigelhart picks up his 6th receiving touchdown on the season. The 22nd passing touchdown from sophomore Ben Shep. And the Aggies with the 8-0 lead after the Shep 2-point run.
Yeah, the Burrow return guys they're playing up. Don't expect a deep kickoff here the way that they're aligned here, standing on their 20, 25-yard line.
Shep is the kicker as he, one of those guys that doesn't come off the field.
He's an athlete.
Here's it's teed up, and the right-footed high kick, very high, trailing back, picked up now here by Mitzel on the far sideline from him. So he'll try and spin back towards the boundary, but he's brought down, and inside the 30 at the 26-yard line is where the Burros start the possession.
Great kickoff coverage by the Aggies with a couple of guys there, including Patrick Efforts and others, but well-designed special teams effort by the Aggies.
Baszler, Leal, Hattelstedt, Swanson, Foss in the offensive line, Dryberg the tight end, Olson the quarterback, Landon Olson the tailback, Cole Hebel the fullback, and they will come out with Mitzel, Longthorn, and Olson. They're stacked up on the far sideline in a trio set. Riley Olson will keep it himself as he finds a way to squirt through the line of scrimmage, was stopped initially, found a little bit of a seam, and he'll pick up 4 yards.
Yeah, really good job by Riley Olson because the Aggies had stood that up, but Olson just keeping observing and looking ahead, the feet turning, and said, oh, here's a little bit of a crease, I'll take what I can, and got 5 yards out of it. We saw that bunch design with the trio to the left. We saw that run 3 consecutive times in the opening series against Oaks last week. This time the Burros start that way, then go on the ground with the quarterback.
Good to see Longthorn back after missing the last game and a half with the injury. He's the inside receiver, part of 3 to the left side, 1 receiver right side, shotgun set. Olson on a quarterback keep, falls behind his fullback Hebel as he gets it up to the 32-yard line. Sets up now a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and also following in there behind that offensive line of Baszler, Leal, Hattelstedt, Swanson, and Foss from left to right, the interior 5, those seniors bringing up that 3rd and about 3 situation. Brandt will come in as they'll come with the stronger, heavier set here, and clock runs 9:45 in this first quarter with the Aggies scoring on their first possession, opening possession of the game.
2 receivers left side, Mitzel out wide. It will be Longthorn in the slot. Brandt to tight end right side. Dryberg an H-back right side. Goes in motion to the left side. They hand off to Cole Hebel as he stutter steps in the backfield. Has to find a little bit of a hole. He's hit. He'll fall forward, pick up 1.
Yeah, and 1 tough yard because there was 62 for the Aggies. That's Kyle Sandy, the senior, 6'3", 200-pounder. He won the battle at the line of scrimmage. Burrows' punt unit comes on. So the Aggies offensively did what they wanted to do, what they've done throughout the season, the quick start. Their defense responds with 3 plays for the Burrows, and the Burrows punting team comes out.
James Fortman averages 30 yards per punt, long of 50 on the year, looking for a boot this time as the snap comes back, and the left-footed kick will angle, hit at the 45, take a Burrow bounce to the 41, to the 40, to the 39, rolling down to the 38-yard line. 8:44 to go in the first quarter, and after the punt, we change possessions.
Yeah, and Jack Matson down there to cover up the ball for the Burrows. So, well, the Aggies bring out their high-powered offensive unit here and, decent field position to start their second drive from their 38.
They come out. Shep, the quarterback, will be coming out under center, have a, I don't know if you call it a H-back or a fullback, kind of just right to the left side, almost shoulder to shoulder with the quarterback as they hand off, give it to the deep back, that's Bossert, as he will shifty his way across the 40 up to the 42, gain of 4.
Yeah, nice job of blocking up front, then covered up by the Burrow defense, but Bossert being patient, and that's one thing that we'll see. Bossert and Bodine and Eigelhart and others, they'll be moving around in different positions as going out now is Hank Bodine, the sophomore, as they bring in this next play from the sideline.
Long time in the huddle. They'll
real long time.
Break it now. We'll sort of break it here with 12 on the play clock. We'll get up to the line of scrimmage. 1 receiver left. Tight formation, bunched up on the right side of the line. They'll motion deep around as they fake the give inside. Hit in the backfield, and Shep is brought down at the 40-yard line. That time, Matson gets in for the tackle for loss.
Yeah, Matson, we saw him get the start last week. Gets the start here again today. Last week it was in the 3 defensive front. Today it's the 4 down lineman. But Matson's very quick. Very quick. He made that initial step, got underneath, and got there to make the play. It's a heck of a play by the young freshman.
3rd and long for the Aggies as they convert on the long pass play on a short completion last drive. They'll split 2 left, 2 right, 4 wide receivers, spread them out, set. Here with Bossert, the lone back in the backfield next to Shep as he throws the quick out, and pass route is jumped. Rage can't get it, but the low throw incomplete. Intended receiver that time was Eric Martin, the senior wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm right here on the sideline, and Rage played that really well as he ducked underneath and he attacked that, and that pass was thrown low because the quarterback, Shep, could see the defensive back there, made that to be a tough angle, and Rage really played it well.
Moved from quarterback to punter now as the snap comes back. Right-footed kick is off, angled well, struck. Will bounce at the 25, big bounce down here to the 15 where it rolls to a stop. And a 44-yard punt with 7:12 to go in the first quarter sends the ball back to Hillsboro Central Valley.
And, Mitzel there watching that bounce, taking some funny hops. Coach is encouraging him to just be aggressive and go get that, but still played it the safe way and get the possession and begin here right at the 15-yard line. What a beautiful day. The wind has gone down some, or at least I don't feel the wind like I did during the pregame. I'll tell you what, in that west end zone, that wind was really howling in the pregame.
Yeah, a little chilly. There's a lot of hats, a lot of mittens, scarves, everything else out here for the crowd today. Shorts on the coaching staff, though, for the Burros. Give to Cole Hebel up the gut on the fullback give. He claws his way forward here to the 16 for a gain of about 1.5 yards. Here setting up 2nd and 9.
Well, Gabe Lackaduck and also Ben Shep there for the tackle. Those Aggies were rock solid on that, just giving up a short yard for Hebel. Now Halfley comes in from the sideline for the Burros.
Halfley part of that receiver rotation along with the Mitzel, Rage, and Longthorn back into that here today.
Aggies adjusting their defensive line.
I got people coming up to the window like it's a drive-through. I got 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. I formation for Hillsboro Central Valley. Olson watches the clock down, then runs the option, pitches it now to Landon Olson on the left side. High pitch, had to stop, come back, get it, make sure he could secure it. He gets up to the 20, but a little bit of lost yardage there because of the high pitch.
Yeah, loss. Yeah, maybe no gain, maybe just 6 inches, all of the above. So it's 3rd down and medium to long range. Olson will come out Halfley back in. We'll keep our eyes on Olson today. A little bit dinged up last week, and now Mitzel's going to come on the field as well. So the play being brought in here as the play clock gets inside of 15. They'll be breaking the huddle here inside of 10.
Inside of 6 minutes in a fast-paced first quarter to the line of scrimmage with 5 on the play clock. Olson in the shotgun set. Calls for it, takes a snap, rolls out to his right side, looking to pass. He's looking. He's chucking it down the right sideline, looking for Dryberg. It is, oh my gosh, it's hauled in!
Oh, Nelly, what a catch.
With a one-handed, tipped it back to himself, a juggling catch up to the 46. And what a catch by Dryberg.
What a catch with a defensive back on him, playing as tight as you can play. Played it so well defensively, and Dryberg, physical, big, thick, strong, goes up with one hand, keeping his feet in bounds, and makes the catch.
You know what they say.
Dwight Clark, you have nothing.
Big players
on Dryberg.
Big first down for the Burros. Moves them short of midfield. Here, more importantly, extends the drive. 2 receivers left side, including Dryberg in the slot as they run the option here. The pitch is behind Olson. It'll be off his hand, diving on the ground, and the Aggies have it. The pitch was behind Olson, back to the 40-yard line, and the Aggies jump on the fumble.
Hank Bodine with the fumble recovery off the errand pitch. And the Aggies have turned the Burros over for the first time today, and they'll take over at the Burro 40. So all the momentum after the Dryberg catch. Now the turnover, so it'll be on the defense of Hillsboro Central Valley to flip the tables and bring some momentum back to their side. But the Aggies are in business with under 5 minutes to go here in this first quarter.
Aggies center Holdeman, he comes off the field. It looks like he has a helmet issue. I think it's Selzer then sliding over to the center position, number 52.
Yep.
Here's a snap back here, quick receiver screen, thrown out to Eigelhard down the left side, makes one guy miss, cuts back towards the middle of the field, iron on the hash mark, and he's brought down up along that far side, but a gain of 14 and a first down.
Well, they're giving a lot of space there for Eigelhart because of his quickness, but also some missed tackles on that opening, touchdown, and now a missed tackle there as well. Allows them to get extra yardage, so the Burrows going to have to clean that up. Eigelhart very quick, very shifty.
Peyton Bodine checks out as they sub in here. 2 receivers to the right side. Tight end left side, 2 backs in the backfield. As Shep will run it to the left side. Hit in the backfield, spun down, got away. Then Kazette comes over, cleans up, getting there to Bossert, and he's brought down back for a loss of 1 yard.
It all started, though, Big Jake with the defensive line really doing their job and just getting out there and circling around and getting him behind the line of scrimmage, allowing then Kazette to come in and clean up.
There's Caden Kazette making the tackle. There's 2nd and 11. Under 4 to go in this first quarter. Aggies with a 61-yard touchdown pass on their first possession for our score here in the first half. Under center, fake the give, now roll it to the right side. Shep will look to throw it in the mid-range. It's knocked away, nearly intercepted. Landon Olson got in there to break that pass up.
Great coverage by Landon Olson as he picked up Reggie Brunner, the tight end, and Olson stayed with him across the field. He was in perfect position, timed it so well. That's just great defense by 34.
I had the pick last week, couldn't quite get the hands on it that time as Brunner did a good job of turning from receiver to defensive back to knock it away.
He sure did.
3rd and 11. Likely 4-down territory.
You can just feel in the air. You seriously can that this is just big play after big play throughout this game today expected, and watch for it.
Shep sends a man in motion, empty backfield set. It's a quarterback draw here up through the middle of the field as he gets a block there from his lineman, taking on the second level, and he'll pick up the first down.
Great block by Gabe Lacaduc, 54. He got out in front and he took care of the linebacker Cazette. Lacaduc's block allows Shep to get the extra 4 yards and then some, so a first down all the way inside the 15 to the 14.
And with that motion coming out, maybe thinking screen, so when the defense gets led by, they don't expect the draw. Looking for that screen play. Good play design there on 3rd and long. Sets up 1st and 10. 2 backs in the backfield, a receiver each side. A motion right side to left side with the fullback, Hank Bodine, as it's a quarterback keep.
Nothing Swanson there, and Hattlestead and others all just blew it up. It was Hattlestead getting the tackle there for Hillsboro Central Valley, rolling him forward for just a short, minimal gain.
Couldn't quite tell if that was a design roll out the opposite way or if just kind of mishandled the snap and just kept it and rolled off his lineman for what he could get. Either way, though, it brings up a 2nd and 9. Here now for the Aggies.
Look at the space that Eichelhardt has here on the outside.
A lot of distance there on that boundary. The back to pass. Shep looking right. Now he doesn't like it. He'll roll up pass there, and it will be wrapped up. Gets away. Matson back at him. Has him by the jersey. Pulls him down. Finally gets the sack. Jack Matson sacking him back to the 20. A loss of 7. And Matson picking up his first sack of the season.
Well, what a defensive series here so far in this first quarter. A couple of plays by Matson, the freshman, creating some real problems up front. His quickness is getting him into the backfield. The pressure on Shep couldn't bring him down the first time. Shep, I'll tell you what, the young sophomore, he's listed at 6'1", 190. He looks taller and bigger and thicker than that. He's a load, but Matson was able to finally bring him down.
Eric Martin will come in as an extra receiver out wide to the right side of the formation. From the middle of the field, they send man left to right side, look to set up the wide receiver for Skeen, and Dryberg read it, got the big paw up and knocked it away.
Yeah, defensive end Peter Dryberg, a couple of big plays, of course, the catch, and now that knockdown pass. It is 4-down territory, but it's 4th and 15 here for the Aggies. Minute 35 in this first quarter remaining.
4th and 15, but already 4 plays of at least 13 yards in the game for the Aggies in this first quarter with a minute 35 to go.
Baszler and Leal come in for the Burros. Swanson and Matson will come out defensively.
Send 2 receivers left side, 2 receivers right side for the Aggies. Shep in the shotgun set, running back to his left side. He'll take the snap. Pressure comes, looks to throw over the middle, down the end, in and out of the hands, intended for Bodine that time, and Peyton Bodine can't quite haul it in. It's incomplete and a turnover on down.
Yeah, linebacker Landon Olson, we'd seen make a play just a few snaps ago. He was there in position again to make that to be a very tough throw. So the Burro defense does hold. They gave up some yards, but they're able to get it back, yielding 20 yards after the Burros offense had fumbled it. So we'll see what happens here in the final 90 seconds. The Burros back on offense from their 20.
We'll start there. Here with Olson calling out, sends Dryberg and Longthorn out wide to the left side. Mitzel, the receiver, wide to the right side. Two backs in the backfield with Hebel and Landon Olsen. Riley Olsen under center, turns straight ahead, run this time. Running through one ankle tackle in the backfield. Getting back up to the line of scrimmage, leaning forward, picking up a 2-yard gain for Landon Olsen.
Not much there with those 2 yards. Hank Bodine and Trayson Eigelhart. Hank Bodine, leading tackler on this Aggie football squad, sophomore, 205 pounds. Got a lot of football DNA in these Aggies players. You think of these last names and the history of this Aggie football program with Coach Sandy at the helm for 33 years. It's quite a deal they've done here.
Quite a deal indeed, as they've come out to that first score, and it's been stalemate since then. 47 seconds left in this first quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Fake right, go left here with the run. Landon Olsen gets behind Baszler, running on the outside, breaks it to the edge, and now jumped down from behind as he crosses the 40, falling ahead to the 41-yard line. A 19-yard gain for Landon Olsen.
Yeah, it was the 19, and I'll tell you what, Beans, Halfley, 7, was out of the edge blocking, and then Baszler got back into the mix, but it was Landon Olsen. I thought they were maybe going to bring him down around the line of scrimmage, but no hand was going to bring down the jersey of 34 as he ran through that. His shoes come off. They put them on here on the sideline, slipping them on, tightening them up. So Brandt will come in while Olsen is here on the sideline getting his shoes put back on.
That's what we got freshmen for, right? Or coaching staff.
Coaching staff.
Get them ready, get them set, get them on the line. Here now they motion, Dryberg, short motion. They'll run behind him to the right side with Cole Hebel or the deep set, and just a 1-yard gain falling forward to end the first quarter with the Velva-Garrison Drake-Anamoose Aggies leading 8-0 over Hillsboro Central Valley Burros on your Tim Cassette Seat Sales Scoreboard.
Highway 81 in Hillsboro for when you need repair work done on your vehicle, need an oil change, need new tires, or need tire repair. Visit Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro. They fill LP tanks, bulk delivery of your home heating or farm fuels, and carry batteries. Call your locally owned full-service gas station, Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro, 701-636-5356. Brad, Jody, and Blake Sorum, thank you for your business, and they look forward to continuing to serve you at Sorum Oil Company.
The Hillsboro Stars and Stripes program shares a huge thank you to the businesses and individuals that subscribe to the Stars and Stripes project. Your generosity in purchasing over 500 subscriptions has enabled the project to return back over $15,000 to the community. Additional thanks go to the many individuals that help put the flags out. This project continues each year, so please like and follow the Hillsboro Stars and Stripes Facebook page to be updated on plans for next year.
Second quarter, Aggies lead the Burros 8-0. 61-yard touchdown catch and run from Trayson Eigelhart, and it's our lone score in our opening frame. Burros flip the sides of the field, now going left to right. 2 receivers left side, short motion for Dryberg. They hand it off. Hebel runs right side, comes over. Bodine is there. Hank Bodine hits him now at the 43, another 1-yard gain. We'll set up third and a long 7.
You know, the Aggies defense has really done a really good job against the fullback here. They've been winning for the most part the line of scrimmage, and those linebackers have been, just getting in there, and no bodies on them. So Bodine again with the stop and help with Sandy. I'll tell you what, Sandy's been active, very active on both sides of the ball here at the line of scrimmage to the first quarter plus.
Sandy, Bodine, Lakaduck, Holdeman, Selzer, Hank Bodine, and Eigelhart, that front 7. Playing stout against the run so far in this first half. Back to pass. Burrows looking, now rolling the left side. Olsen looking, he's tracked down, brought down for a sack. Loss of 3 on the play. Getting on that far side edge, chasing him down. Selzer with the sack.
Yeah, Seltzer again comes in, so it's those defensive linemen getting the job done for the Aggies here in this first half, with the Aggies leading 8-0. Another punt situation for the Burros coming up.
4th and 10. Harris back to return the punt.
Time of possession, too, really favoring the Aggies here in this first quarter and now into the second quarter.
Yes, it is. I haven't added those up yet. Punt formation for Fortman. Here, Eigelhart back on his 28. Snap back. Here's the kick. Nearly ran into the punter Foreman. Fair catch is called and fielded at the 25-yard line. There, a 34-yard punt, and 1st and 10 for the Aggies, 10:25 to go in this second quarter.
Well, the Aggies striking on their first possession of the game today on the 61-yard touchdown pass from Shep to Eigelhart, and the 2-point conversion. That's where we are, 8-0 here with this in-game update on the Tim Cassette Golden Harvest Seeds scoreboard. Beulah and Central Cass also audio only today with YourLiveEvent.com and the other state semifinal.
1st and 10, Shep play action, keeps it himself now as he'll drive forward into the hands. Swanson, Hebel there.
Hattlestead at the bottom. Yeah, nobody fell for it that time. Shep really does a great job of handling the football in the backfield. They've got a lot of motion, as you've mentioned, and you had talked about during the week in your preparation of watching the Aggies on film and just looking at their personnel. They really are very deceptive, but that time the Borough defensive front stayed at home.
2nd and 8, they run the toss play out to the left side, and Landon Olsen gets there in the back. He almost met him at the pitch point, back to the 20-yard line. Loss on the play. Here brings up now 3rd and 12.
Well, I don't know, Jake, what the next play will be or bring, or the results of it, or the results throughout the course of this game. But I have just sensed in following the Burros every week this season and knowing the coaching staff and how well they prepare their guys. The last 7, 8, 9 snaps. They're making some adjustments and getting guys to where that they need to be. And now, who is the H47 Ben McRitchie in at right defensive end?
Here on 3rd and 12, motion for the Aggies, early movement, and timeout called by the Aggies. 9:06 to go, first half. Velva-Drake-Anamoose leads Hillsboro Central Valley 8-0. Your Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm Carrie Hepper. Rodeo takes confidence. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Second quarter, 9:06 to go.
Go back to that time of possession there as, I thought it was maybe, tilted towards the Aggies, but you reminded me during the break that really that first quarter was about even as far as time of possession. Aggies, of course, didn't take much time on that first drive with the 61-yard play, so we'll see. I just think that that's something to also keep your eyes on throughout the course of this game, is that time of possession is, which team can lean on the other the longest, because you got a lot of big physical kids on both sides of the ball here today.
Well, and two coaching staffs that want to control that line of scrimmage and lead that clock out a little bit too. Here's a motion now for Shep. Out of the timeout, runs the receiver screen out to the right side, make one man miss, 1-2, and narrowly gets it up here to the first down marker as then sliding forward. He does get it. I thought he was tackled short, but it must have landed on a defender, and Eigelhart will get the first down.
Yeah, there was just some missed tackles there. Guys were in position, just didn't make the tackles. Eigelhart, again, showing his elusive footwork and skill sets, and another first down for the Aggies. So on 3rd and long, again, they get another first down.
1st and 10, two receivers left, one right. From the right hash mark, Shep will tear and hand off here to Bozert. He'll slide off the defender or his blocker there up on the line, go to the right side, squeeze forward for 2 yards.
Hattlestead again there for the Burros. So Velva going a lot to the left side of the Burros defense. Hattlestead at the left defensive end. You've got Madsen at the tackle, Swanson at the tackle, and Dryberg at the right defensive end.
Twin receivers to the right side. On the short side of the field, two backs in the backfield and a tight end on the left side. Motion man, they run that little push pass forward here, give it up, and it will be Eigelhart back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yeah, no gain. Swanson was in the backfield, not in on the tackle, but I'll tell you what, he forced Eigelhart to cut back into the interior, and that's where all those other guys were that made the tackle.
Eigelhart coming into the game, 36 catches on the season, 470 yards. He's got 4 for 87 and a touchdown in this first quarter here today for the Aggies. 7:44 as the clock runs, 3rd down here in this second quarter. Shotgun set. Shep will take it. Look to run the screen. Now a little wheel route. Throwing it down the field here, and it is overthrown. Trying to get the defense to bite. They did a little double clutch then, looking for Eigelhart down the left sideline. Incomplete pass.
Well, I'm not going to tell you that the defensive backs bit on that, but I am going to tell you that the head and shoulder fake and the eyebrow expression, little shimmy shake by Eigelhart, he got a couple of steps really quick. If that pass is just a little bit lower and towards the inside of the field, that might have been another big gain.
Shep with the punt attempt now for the Aggies as it will be fielded on the run this time by Mitzel. Running forward, picking up 7 yards on the return up to the 42-yard line. 7:23 to go, first half. And the Burros take over here for their fourth drive of the game.
Good return by Mitzel there, just taking the ball and not letting it bounce and getting the most out of that and setting up the Burros here to get something going is how they're looking at it from their side. They have not been able to get anything really sustained offensively here so far against this Aggie defense.
Best starting field position by a difference of about 16 yards for the Burros in this first half. They will come out, receiver right side on the wide side. That is Mitzel. They'll send a receiver out left side in Longthorn. Run the pitch play to the right side. They give it up here to Cole Hebel. He stops, tries to reverse field, and he reverses into the arms of the Aggies. Peyton Bodine is there for the stop.
Yeah, Peyton Bodine is there. Hank Bodine is there. The Aggies smelled that out, and they got there defensively to make the play. And now going off will be Jamison Remy, and coming into the secondary is Preston Kraft.
So falling behind the sticks on first down. Halfley will come in. Mitzel will come out for the Burros receiving corps.
So far, you can see why this Aggie team has only given up, 10 points per game all season long on the average. First half, 4 points per game.
And only allowing 175 yards defensively, about 88 and 87 for the run versus the pass. Here's a low pass, and it was
incomplete. Hit the ground first.
Incomplete.
Hit the ground first, intended there for Longthorn. First target here for Longthorn, as you said, has been out with that ankle injury. He's not running at 100%. You can see limping a little bit, and of course it's really taped up too. But I was watching him in pregame warm-ups. Still a little bit ginger, walking and running there, but they're happy to have 19 back on the field.
And different when it's a little cold outside too. So we'll see how that affects in this game. Right now, 3rd and 14, 6:35 to go in this first half. Longthorn, Dryburg, Halfley wide to the right side. Hebel and Mitzel wide to the left side as Olsen back to pass. Now he's going to step up in the pocket, and he's sacked. Sacked again. This time Holdeman got him. Holdeman got him for the sack.
Yeah, it was coverage downfield, but nowhere for Riley Olsen to go, and the pocket collapsing and swarming around him. Tremendous job by the front seven here for the Aggies.
So a 3-0.
That is the story up to this point. You can say, yeah, they had the long touchdown run and they lead 8-0, but I think the real story is the front seven by the Aggies defense.
And forcing a 3-0 in a punt situation. Fortman already here his third punt of the game. Sending Mitzel in motion. Snap comes back. Left-footed kick angled towards that far side of the field. Taking a high bounce. Coming down. A horizontal bounce will roll towards the Aggie sideline.
32-yard line.
5:44 to go in the first half. Still 8-0. Velva-Drake-Anamoose leading on your Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard over Hillsboro Central Valley. And it was the first drive of the game. Trey Eigelhart with a 61-yard wide receiver screen catch and run. 2-point conversion run then from the quarterback Ben Shep diving across to make it 8-0 on the game.
Well, the Burro defense trying to come up with a big play themselves here now.
Shep will take the snap, looking to pass. Trying that pump and go again. This time they look here. It's incomplete. Isaac Thompson. Welcome back to the lineup, Isaac Thompson, after missing a lot of time with an injury. That time he breaks up the pass.
Yeah, he was in perfect position, played it very, very well. The young kid got the start when the season began and was playing some good football. Then the unfortunate hand injury. He's been sidelined, but he's back out here today and getting the nod, and he was in perfect position.
Knocking that one away.
This Burro defense with 25 interceptions on the season. They've been intercepting like one of every 10 pass attempts this season from their opponents.
Pretty good ratio. Here's a fake the pass, then a quarterback draw, or a step up in the pocket by Shep, but no time as it's meet at the quarterback by the defensive line.
Yeah, that defensive line meet at the quarterback is Jake Swanson. Swanee is there, 57, and Dryberg helps out as well. Now Halfley will come in, and Swanson will come out, and Swanee's grandparents, they're listening down in Panama, and grandparents listening in Arizona. We thank you for joining us from yourliveevent.com. Appreciate it, and everybody else that's listening as well. And a big thank you. We hope that you thank those sponsors that you're watching and hearing, because they're the ones that are making it possible.
3rd and 14. Shep back to pass, looking to the right side. Nothing. He's going to try and roll up. Burrows trying to get him. Matson on him. Matson all over him. He'll drag him down to the field.
Will that be intentional grounding or what? Burrow coaching staff asking for it, and
or are they saying he was down before he threw it? I'm trying to know. They're going to spot it back at the line of scrimmage.
Say incomplete pass. He was. Well, we weren't there. So anyway, they play on.
They say receiver
Burrow coaching
in the
staff
area
is asking for an explanation.
So that will bring out now 4th down punt scenario for the Aggies. Clock stops at 4:53 to go. Shep on to punt for his 3rd attempt of the game.
That was a good defensive series, though, by the Burros. They got pressure on Shep, in all those plays.
Soft snap goes back, and then the line drive kick will take another big Aggie bounce. Little home field, nowhere to hit it into the soft spot or the right spot.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, Shep's been flipping the field with his punting. He really has.
48 yards. 48 yards on that punt, and it will be Hillsboro Central Valley Borough ball from the 25.
4:41 to play here in this first half, and I was thinking this the last time the Burros had the football, Jake, and you can chime in as well as you want throughout this series, but it's been a long time since with 4:41 to go in a half, the Burros offense has been really stymied by a defense, and the Aggies certainly have been doing that up to this point today.
See what Coach Walsh has in the playbook here to get some momentum for the offense. Rage will come out wide to the right side, that far side or wide side of the field. From the left hash mark, Olsen. Play action, looking to roll out. He will throw. It's batted down. Pressure in the face
Sandy.
that time, and Sandy bats it down.
Yeah, we mentioned Sandy's name earlier, and we mentioned it again, and deservedly so, because 62 is just flat out getting into that backfield, putting pressure on Olsen. He came in clean again and just gets his hands up and knocks that ball down.
Came into the game with 7.5 sacks. He was hungry for one more, but at least got the hands up to force the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 for Hillsboro Central Valley. They break the huddle. We'll send Rage again out to that wide side of the field. Hebel and Olsen are the backers. Halfley on that far sideline, left side of the formation. Running the option. Olsen, he'll keep it himself around the edge, looking for a block from Halfley as he gets up and gets the first down. Gain of 11, move the chains for the Burros.
Really nice job by Riley Olsen of handling that in the backfield, disguising that, hiding it, and then turning the corner. That was a well-executed play there by the Burros offensive unit to get a first down. Is that their first or second? Third, okay.
Yep, the Dryberg catch, the
that's what
Landon Olsen
say.
run, and now the Riley Olsen run.
First and second, 1 and 2, add them together equals 3. You're right.
Your math checks out.
Yeah, thank you.
Same formation, Dryberg the tight end on the right side from the left hash mark. Clock at 8 as Olsen looks at it. Play clock at 8. Oh, nearly gets the defense to jump, and then hands off here to Landon Olsen into the hands of Peyton Bodine, and brings him down after a 2-yard plunge.
And also there at the bottom, really tripping up was Tyler Holdeman, 6'2", 200-pound defensive tackle. And now it'll be Remy again going out as they take the lineman out and they bring in the secondary, Preston Kraft, on the 2nd down and long.
Bodine, one of those guys that move around on the line, off the line. He's got a pick, 4 pass breakups, 5 sacks, doing a little bit of everything. On the season here, 2nd and 8, 3:25 to go, first half. Burros will hand off left snow. The option keep that time by Olsen. He's brought down back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 upcoming.
And was that Bodine again?
Holdeman there at the bottom.
Yeah.
Bodine on top. There, that defensive front. Kyle Sandy, Peyton Bodine, Gabe Lockaduck, and Tyler Holdeman. That front 4, they are firing off, controlling that line right now. Landon Olson will come out. Halfley will come in as a receiver for the Burros. 3rd and 10. So far, Riley Olson 1 of 3 passing, 27 yards. He's also taken 2 sacks. Dryberg, Rage, Halfley out to the right side. 3 seconds on the play clock. They take the shotgun snap. Olson looking left side and looking down for Mitchell. He's got a step, a little collision, just fighting for it, and it will be incomplete as it sails over the head.
Yeah, looking for the receiver on the side, and Dryberg running that deep crossing route. He was starting to find some open space there, but not enough time, and also the receiver, was getting ahead of the secondary, so a good choice there to try to get it down the sideline, but the Burros maybe had a couple of receivers there that were starting to find some openings, but it brings up 4th down.
And brings up Fortman to punt for the 4th time.
Well, he's hitting a
Hillsboro Central
workout.
Valley. Snap back. Left-footed kick is up and angled towards the sideline. And a big roll as Eigelhart lets it bounce, thinking it was going to go out of bounds. It will roll down here inside the 10, down to the 9.
That's a difference of...
14 plus 41 is a 55-yard punt.
Yeah, and for where Eigelhart was to where it ended up is a difference of 19 yards. So Fortman's punt flips the field. Aggies now looking at a long field ahead of them, leading 8-0, trying to keep things going offensively, sustain a drive. Burrows defense trying to come up with their play.
Touchdown on their first possession since then. Punt, turnover on downs, and punt and punt. 2:22 to go, second quarter. 2 timeouts left for the Aggies. They'll bunch up on the right side, send a man in motion towards the left side. There is that being Kraft. And it will be a keep here for the quarterback, Shep, as he'll run forward, gets through an ankle tackle, and ahead here, first down, move the chains, gain of 11.
Yeah, he absolutely just ran right through that lower leg tackle attempt and got an extra 7-8 yards.
Seen a lot of strong running from the Aggies here in this first half, breaking some tackles, picking up some yards after contact. We'll bring in substitution as Kraft comes out. They will bring in Martin. Here, wide receiver, wide on the left side of the formation. 4 wide receivers set. Shotgun set. Shep takes a snap, looks right, quick pass out here to the right side, and it is completed out to Eigelhart. He
Look at the
spins
extra effort.
away.
Great effort.
Just can't get a good
He got
look
an
at
extra,
him.
yeah, he got an extra 2-3 yards just by twisting, turning, and refusing to go down. 2-3 guys hit him, and they're hitting him hard, but he's not going to go down.
It's one of those guys that kind of rubbery. You bounce off of him, glance off him. You don't size him up good with those hits. You really got to break down and keep him in front of you, but he's shifty enough that you got to be aggressive too. All right, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right from the right hash mark. Shep will take the snap, looks left, and he runs right here on the quarterback draw and tripped up that time as he picks up the first down on a gain of 7 up here to the 34.
And Cazzette on the trip-up tackle there for the Burrows defense, but another first down for the Aggies.
Clock stops while they set the chains, then it rolls. They get up to the line of scrimmage out of the hurry-up. Shep in the shotgun, keep the formation the same. He'll be back to pass, looking left side. He drops back, looking. He wants time. He doesn't have time. He's going to roll out, now being chased by Matson up along the sideline. He dumps it off, and they say incomplete.
Yeah, it's
not
incomplete.
sure where it was going.
There was. Peyton Bodine was. He was ahead there. That's great pickup by Shep as far as understanding where he had a guy and just throw that thing away, stops the clock, protects their timeouts, brings up second down and 10. They still have 2 timeouts remaining, 1:23 to go in the half.
Yeah, up along their sideline, lost number 14 in the huddle. 2nd and 10. Here pressure comes. They set up a screen out to the left side, and it's caught. And now breaking back towards the middle of the field. It's Bozert, and he will be ahead past the 50 to the 46-yard line. And a first down. Move the chains for the Aggies.
Yeah, well designed screen there, and Bozert makes some extra yards after the catch. Rage with the open field tackle.
First Aggie besides Eigelhart to pick up a catch. Back to pass, Shep looking. He's going to go right side, and going down to a knee to catch it is Eigelhart. He'll pick up the first down, another 11-yard gain.
Yeah, the Aggies still with 1:06 to go, moving deeper into Burrow territory here. We got a timeout on the field. Yeah, we do.
Timeout taken there by the defense. Minute 6 to go, first half, and the Aggies lead the Burros 8-0 on your Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
Thunder Seed has over 4 generations of experience in the field. Through innovation, technology, and hard work, we put farmers first by providing high-quality products. We pride ourselves on developing quality soybean, corn, wheat, and corn silage seed for dealers and growers across our region. We are invested in being your partner throughout the full cycle of your harvest. Thunder Seed, first in the field, family-owned and farmers first.
Halftime will be coming up in a minute and 6 seconds of game time. It will be brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro. Ryan Opdahl has the 11B semifinal. Aggies leading the Burros 8-0, looking to drive here before the end of the half, seeing if they can put one more through.
This is a key minute and 6 seconds.
After the Burro timeout, they're really going to drop everyone back in coverage here as linebackers, everyone 6 yards off the line of scrimmage. Air will be back here to Shep. He'll look left, not take his running back.
Ball came loose.
And who's on top?
Well, the Burros say they've got it. We're waiting here for the official spot. If maybe a knee was down first.
Burros got it.
Burros got it.
The fumble. A fumble, so a big takeaway for the Burro defense there. Now let's see what they can do. 58 seconds, 2 timeouts, and a chance because they can receive the ball at the start of the second half.
Well, and not only, to go score, but I think, Jake, just to establish, something offensively, being able to move the ball and get something sustained and going in with, just additional confidence, I think is important here.
Riley Olson leads the troops out. He'll send Cody Rage wide to the right side. Dylan Mitzel wide to the left side. I formation. Dryberg, the tight end, on the right side. They turn. They run the toss play to Landon. Olson looks to cut back inside into the hands of the Aggies. That time Holdeman holds him up and brings him down for another 2-yard gain.
And clock running, and each team has some timeouts remaining, but I think we're just going to play this one out here.
Mitzel out, Halfley in.
Game clock at 36, play clock about 10 seconds under that. So
here with our first half running low on what has been a fast-paced first half. Olson turns, hands off, breaking into the third level. Landon Olson looking to get outside. He looks to get a block on the edge this time from Rage. Still working, he works his way up to the 40, diving ahead down to the 35. 15 seconds left, clock stops as they set the chains, and a big play.
Yeah, he got out of bounds too, so that stops everything with those 15 seconds. Burrow's also going to take a timeout here so they can set something up. So Landon Olson took what looked like not a whole lot into a big lot and a big gain.
So we'll take the timeout as well. Aggies leading the Burros 8-0. Your Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Big run from Landon Olson gives them a first down at the 36-yard line. 15 seconds, 1 timeout.
A little precipitation coming down here now.
We'll see how that wants to go as the Burros want to get the big play. They're going to put Dryberg split out wide to the right side. He had the big catch earlier, and he's got the size advantage too. Here as he matches up against Bossert at 5'9". Olson back to pass. He's looking left side. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll roll out to the left side, being chased by Bodine. And he will get up here. Pass there as the ball pops out. It pops out.
I think
they say
he was down.
They say he was down as they blow the play dead with 1 second left.
Clock's run out.
Well, did they call the timeout?
They might have. The officials are going to get to the Aggies are all running off the field.
Aggies are running over.
The officials are saying that's it.
That's the end of half. So that will be your halftime score with Velva-Drake-Anamoose leading Hillsboro Central Valley 8-0 on your Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard. We'll have our halftime coaches' comments coming your way here shortly. Part of your Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro halftime report. Aggies' first possession touchdown. Team stymied since that. Here as Burrows have the option to receive the kick in the second half. And let's talk with their head coach, Scott Olson.
Well, Scott, first big play that they got. They lead 8-0. Your thoughts first half?
Yeah, we survived. I think we kind of figured out what they were doing on defensively. They were, such a 5-man line, and we adjusted that. We had a good play at the end there. I think we got some good things that we're going to be able to do the second half.
All right, we'll talk to you a little bit later on. Head coach Scott Olson, Hillsboro Central Valley, as it's the Velva-Garrison, the Drake-Anamoose Aggies. They lead 8-0 here on the halftime show, presented by the Ryan Opdahl Agency, Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. Visit with Ryan for your insurance to help protect you and your family and all of your business assets with Farmers Union Insurance, Ryan Opdahl Agency. Halftime report. It's the Aggies leading the Burros 8-0 in the state semifinals on yourliveevent.com.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
Big Tex is the name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry 218-368-7989.
This is your halftime report from the Ryan Opdahl Agency, Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. At the half, the Aggies of Velva-Garrison Drake-Anamoose lead 8-0 over the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros in our 11B semifinal. Other semifinal, it is Central Cass leading Beulah 14-0. Halftime there in Beulah as well with the 14-0 Squirrel lead over the Miners. Look at our first half here, our summary. It's a quick summary, as it was play number 4 of the game. Ended up going 61 yards. A wide receiver screen to the left side of the field. Trey Eigelhart will take it 61 yards. He makes a guy miss, beats the defense down the field. 61 yards for the touchdown. A 2-point conversion run for the quarterback Ben Shep. And an 8-0 lead just a minute and 1 second into the game. There as the Aggies jump out early. After that, it was punts and fumbles until the end of the half. There as neither team could get going, as the Aggies did have a drive where they took after a Burrow fumble, had good field position, but turned it over on downs here towards the end of the first quarter, turning it over on the Burrow 20-yard line. And that would be their best scoring threat after that initial opening drive touchdown. But they lead 8-0 on your Tim Cassette Seed Sale scoreboard. First half stats come your way next. Thanks for watching here today on yourliveevent.com.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, with this just arrived 2018 model MT740 Challenger with 18-inch tracks, 2,000 hours, 400 horsepower, 6 remotes, CVT transmission, priced at $305,000. New trade Versatile 846 with 18 4x38 tires, one owner tractor, priced at $39,000. And don't forget the early order discount program now for Amity Bead Equipment. Talk to Chuck O'Neill at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, 218-784-2961.
Don't let the flu get you down. Fight the flu with a shot of prevention. Stop at Hillsboro Drug and get your flu shot today. No appointment is necessary. Shingle shots are also available. And don't forget your other pharmacy and healthcare needs at Hillsboro Drug. Over-the-counter medications, vitamins, health and beauty items as well. For your convenience, Hillsboro Drug offers mail-out service and delivery of your prescriptions. Check out the gift items for all occasions, too. Hillsboro Drug is a locally owned pharmacy and proud to serve the area. They thank you for trusting them with your business at Hillsboro Drug.
Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9 in Ada, invites you to order your new Buick and Chevrolet vehicles. From the Silverado, Trailblazers, Traverse, and Enclave, Lee Brothers is your authorized Chevrolet and Buick dealer, providing sales and a service to the area since 1975. For ordering your vehicles, talk with Mitch, Smurf, or Jay. Trust the experts who know your vehicles best and take advantage of great Chevy certified service offers today. Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9, Ada, 218-784-2000.
Olson Hardware in Hillsboro welcomes you to stop in. You can find all of your hardware needs for all seasons. They do have everything you need to get your home and yard ready for the winter ahead. If you're preparing for your remodeling or other do-it-yourself indoor projects this winter, stop by Olson Hardware, pick up your paint, stains, and all of the other accessories too. If you're in need of a mattress upgrade, stop in and check out the amazing Rest Mattress at Olson Hardware. Olson Hardware can repair your major appliances, refrigerators, freezers, stoves, ovens, washers, dryers, and more. Your full-service hardware store, Olson Hardware, Hillsboro.
41. Halftime here in Velva as the Aggies lead Hillsboro Central Valley 8-0. Look around the state today with 11B scores. It is Central Cass leading Beulah 14-0 at half. In 9B, New Salem Alma leading North Prairie 16-12 at halftime in New Salem. And in Lemoore, Litchfield Marion leading 8-2 over Cavalier end of the first period in 9B semifinal there. Yeah, as we look at our first half stats and statistics here, starting with Hillsboro Central Valley rushing the ball. Cole Hebel, 5 carries, 0 net yards here today. Landon Olson with 6 carries for 60 yards. Riley Olson, 5 carries, 16 total yards. 3 team carries for a total of negative 10 yards here today for the Borough offense. 66 yards on 19 attempts rushing for Hillsboro Central Valley. Peter Dryberg caught 1 pass for 27 yards. Riley Olson was 1 of 4 passing for 27 yards in the first half. He also took 2 sacks. 66 plus 27, 93 yards of offense, 1 turnover in the first half for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. For the Velva-Drake-Anamoose Aggies, it was Braden Bozert, 4 carries, 0 net yards. Ben Shep with 7 carries, 35 yards. Trey Eigelhart with 1 carry for 18 yards, and it was Peyton Bodine with 1 carry for 0 yards. 2 team rushes for negative 12 yards on a pair of sacks, as it was 6 catches for 105 yards and a touchdown for Eigelhart in the first half. It was Braden Bosser with 1 catch for 20 yards. Total of 7 of 15 passing, 125 yards and a touchdown in the first half for Ben Shep. There is 41 plus 125, 166 total offense in the first half for the Aggies. They had 1 turnover in the first half as well. Scoring play was a 61-yard touchdown pass. Ben Shep to Trey Eigelhart. Shep with the 2-point conversion run as well to make it 8-0. That's your first half stats and numbers. Let's get ready for our second half coming up when we return to your Farmers Union Insurance Halftime Report on YourLiveEvent.com.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onset Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsboro, Natick, Page, and Castleton. Or view our website, www.onstedlaw.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Hi, this is Jacob Wright with a message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts. Drug and alcohol abuse impact many communities. Remember that strong family values, including open communication between parents and kids, helps keep all kids healthy and drug-free. Both school districts remind parents to support the various programs and activities that your kids are involved in and be a positive influence. I encourage all students to say no to drugs and alcohol and be involved in their school and community. This message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
Whether it's dropping temps, freezing rain, or blowing snow, the city of Hillsboro is prepared, and they ask you to do your part too. Keep a flashlight and fresh batteries on hand, non-perishable food, and plenty of water. Plus, have your neighbors' phone numbers handy to check in on them when weather takes a turn. And when it does, the city of Hillsboro is a neighbor you can count on too. Together, we power on.
As some precipitation comes down, we get ready to start our second half. Let's talk about that first half first with our halftime coach's comments. Head coach Larry Sandy down in the field, Jim Birkmeyer.
Well, Coach, you lead 8-0, a big play to get you guys started. First half and what you told your guys at halftime, and you look back at that, but you look at the second half too. Your thoughts?
Well, yeah, you just got to keep playing hard defensively, playing fairly solid, keep getting after it there, keep tackling well, and making sure we're going through our assignments and just being fundamentally sound. Offensively, again, just try and keep every play positive. I guess that's the goal for us right now, keep every play positive and then hopefully try some pay dirt again.
Any major adjustments?
Nothing major, nope.
All right, very good. Good luck second half. Head coach Larry Sandy for the Velva-Garrison Drake-Anamoose Aggies here at halftime. They lead 8-0. Been at the helm a long time and a heck of a program here for the Aggies, and they lead 8-0, as I say, over the Burros of Hillsboro Central Valley. I think going to be a dandy second half as we wrap up with the Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance Hillsboro halftime report with yourliveevent.com.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
The Hillsboro Banner is asking Trail County residents to support the Banner November 8th in the Race for Official County newspaper. The Banner is the only locally owned newspaper in Trail County and the only four-time winner of the Best of the Dakotas trophy given to newspapers in North and South Dakota. The Banner delivers award-winning coverage of news in Trail County and first-class sports coverage of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros and Mayport CG Patriots. If you haven't filled in your mail-in ballot yet, or when you vote November 8th, consider voting for the Banner for Official Trail County newspaper. This message paid for by the Hillsboro Banner.
YourLiveEvent.com. As we end halftime, it's a one-score game. It's the 11B playoff semifinals, and it's the second half coming your way now. Thanks for joining us again here today for our video broadcast. Also, those flipping around, joining us too with the audio-only broadcast of the Central Cass Squirrels and the, we'll do that there, Keith. Central Cass Squirrels and the Beulah Miners, too, in that 14-0 Squirrel lead at halftime.
Precipitation's getting heavier down here on the field, guys. I'm not sure how long it's going to last. I'm not looking at the radar from down here on the field, but it started out as just a little light sprinkle mist, but now it's good precipitation that's coming down here with about 38, 40 degrees, and certainly going to get cooler, and we'll see how that maybe affects some traction, footing on the field, and or hanging onto the football here in the second half.
Well, and putting those ponchos and everything that came from the deer stand here, along with everyone else in attendance today, putting them to use here in this second half.
Now, the hunt, talking to a couple of local hunters, they said, it wasn't a great hunt here so far today in the Aggie area.
Well, the Aggies here as they kick it off. Ben Shep with the kickoff. He will hit it picked up by the up back of Mitzel as he'll work along the left sideline and scamper forward for a little bit of room. As nice fielding up above his head, goes up with the hands, grabs it, and brings it here to the 31-yard line.
I must have had that being keyboarded right off the top of my bald head, because that's exactly what I was thinking that you were saying.
Well, I'll leave the bald jokes behind.
I appreciate that.
I want to get a ride home.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for Hillsboro Central Valley.
I can't wait till you drive.
Yeah, that's the rules, I guess. Mitzel goes out wide right side, Rage wide left side. I formation, turn, hand off, give it through. Landon Olson ran well in the first half, runs into a wall to start the second half. Here makes his way up here to the 35-yard line, gain of 3.
Well, that wall there led by 56, Tyler Holdeman, and the guys up front. At front 7 for the Aggies, they have been very, very tough throughout the first half. And one thing that was talked about here on the sidelines, amongst fans, great to see the Borough and Aggie fans all getting together and talking and chatting about a great football game. Who's going to keep winning that line of scrimmage, or does one team wear another one down?
Option play here for the Burros. Olsen fakes the pitch, keeps himself, jets upfield, and as he's tackled from behind, falling forward, he's going to be right close to the first down marker.
First down.
There they may move the chains. Right as I say it, they signal it. Move the chains. First down for the Burros. Had 4 in the first half. That's their first in the second half.
We saw that last week too, Jake, in the second half where, Riley Olson, I know some personnel, some situations last week in the second half, but Riley, again, reading that well, and they'll take that. The Burros are, they're going to be content to keep grinding it out.
Split a receiver out wide each way. I formation. Olson turns, hands off, second man through. Landon Olson planted as he hits the 45-yard line. Shep coming up that time from his safety spot, making the stop.
Well, again, a gain of 4 there, and lots of football still to be remained and played here in the second half. You've seen, though, on these first 3 plays, it's been 2 yards, 4 yards, 7 yards. Burroughs getting some, momentum and getting some push up front. They didn't get that much in the first half.
Olson under center. Hebel and Landon Olson behind him. Riley Olson watches the clock tick to 10, takes a snap. Option play to the left side, keeping himself on the edge, and Olson will make his way up just shy of midfield to the 49-yard line.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 3. A lot of Aggie defenders there in pursuit, team defense, tackling football, and everybody doing their job.
Kyle Sandy, Peyton Bodine, Gabe Lackaduk, Tyler Holdeman on the defensive line, Braden Seltzer, Hank Bodine, Drayson Eigelhart are the linebackers, Reggie Bruner, Braden Bozert, Preston Kraft, Ben Shep, the safeties defensively for the Aggies. Baszler, Leal, Hattlestead, Swanson, Foss in the offensive line for Hillsboro Central Valley. They send Mitzel out wide right side, Rage to the left. Hebel and Landon Olson behind Riley Olson. Fake left, give right. Landon Olson drags the defender with him, cross the first down, up ahead, past the 50 to the 49, a 6-yard move the chains here for Landon Olson.
Yeah, the 6 yards. There wasn't a lot there, but Landon Olson running hard, the little high step through there, got the yardage necessary, and before that snap, I was thinking, this is an important 3rd and 3 because sustaining a drive and not punting immediately like the Burros did so many times in the first half. So they've come out here and they're moving the football early here in the second half.
Into Aggie territory, 1st and 10, 9 minutes to go in this third quarter. Give here to the left side, maybe a little miscommunication with the handoff as it didn't look clean. Maybe that's that precipitation coming down, but it's a loss of 1 for Landon Olson.
Well, or maybe it was just Braden Selzler, the 220-pound defensive tackle for the Aggies, that made that look not so pretty.
Olson gets a breather. Mitzel comes in. Halfley stays in with the receivers. Mitzel with the play from the sideline from Coach Walsh. And they send Dylan Mitzel wide to the left side. Cody Rage, Kyle Halfley, receivers wide to the right side. Shotgun south, Cole Hebel standing next to Riley Olson. Olson back to pass, looking. He's going to set up a receiver screen to Dryberg. Here as gets away from one, stiff arms the other, makes his way up to the 40-yard line, gain of 6 on the screen for Dryberg.
Yeah, Trayson Eigelhart brings him down. It looked like that might go for more, but the Aggies with Eigelhart really got there quickly and able to trip him up and keep that to a minimal 6-yard gain. Haven't seen that a lot this year, that little middle screen.
One thing we haven't seen today either, too, haven't seen a yellow flag. 2 teams playing clean here in the semifinals.
That's why they're here, among many reasons why they're here. Great football teams.
3rd and 5, run the option here. Someone goes the wrong way, and the ball gets pitched to no one. It's picked up. It's a scoop and score here for the Aggies. Shep will pick it up, bring it back 35 yards. Touchdown for the Aggies.
Touchdown, Aggies.
Just a miscommunication. One goes left, one goes right. The pitch was there, the runner was not. And the defensive touchdown, the 5th of the year for Velva-Drake-Anamoose.
Big turn of events. Not sure why. The Aggies are saying, my. They'll take that.
Shep with the fumble return touchdown. His second defensive touchdown on the year for the sophomore. Now he'll be under center to go for 2. He ran it in the first time around. And the give here on the jet sweep here to Eigelhart. He is stopped short. So the run fails, but the scoop and score on the run for Shep is good. And the Aggies lead 14-0. Your Tim Cassette seat sale scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
Take a good look at Hillsboro. It's conveniently located between Fargo and Grand Forks. Hillsboro is a growing community with solid local schools with high graduation rates. There's an industrial park ready to host a new business. And there's Woodland Park with activities all year round. The Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation asks you to take a good look at Hillsboro when you're thinking about a place to put down roots and grow. For more information, contact the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation at growhillsboroND.com.
Defensive touchdown for the Aggies and makes it now 14-0 here in the third quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley, their second turnover of the game. Both of them coming on errant pitches that time, just unable to handle it there, keep the offense on the field. We're going to turn that down a little bit so we can hear ourselves there. Speaker right in front of you. Here's a high kick. Mitzel, the up back, will field it. He'll try to break towards the interior of the field. Up the seam down the left hash mark, and he gets it up to the 41-yard line to start the drive for Hillsboro Central.
Yeah, another nice return by Mitzel and giving them, the Burros, great field position here to begin at that 40, 41-yard line. Tons of time left, just midway through this third quarter. Burros, though, they're going to need to get something in here before too long, because this Aggie defense hasn't given up a whole lot. And now finding yourselves down by 2 scores, it's only 2 scores, but got to sustain some drives.
Brandt will come in as the tight end. Dryberg and H-back right side. Twins left side from the left hash mark. They run the option. Olson will pitch it out to Cole Hebel. Around the outside edge, looking to get up to the 40. He does get up to the 40, and gain of 3 on that first play.
And chased out there by 21, Braden Bossert. And also that was Selzler again, or was it Sandy, 52 or 62?
Selzler,
yeah.
Giving chase. They're good job of not getting that outside shoulder given up, able to contain it, really stretch it out to that far sideline, and not a lot of room for Hebel. Halfley wide receiver left side, Rage wide receiver right side, I formation. Olson under center, tight end on the right side. They will Fake left, right, give left here to Landon Olsen. He gets it up to the 45-yard line. And a gain of 5, setting up now a 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, some tough running there and some hard hitting on the tackle there for the Aggies. Clock runs under 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Brandt comes in.
Mitzel comes in as well. Here on this 3rd down play, got to get it just shy of midfield. The nose of the football has to kiss that 50-yard line.
Seems to be a little confusion or just double checking with the sidelines as they stepped out of the huddle. They got back in. Play clock down at 7.
Twin receivers left side. Dryberg is a H-back on the right side. Play action. Olsen looking to pass. He's looking. He's got Brandt down the field. It's in and out of his hands as it was dislodged that time. Coming over, making the play. Selzer, the linebacker, knocks it away with the hit. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, it was a really nice job by Brandt to go up and make a play and get his hands on that to keep getting up over the defensive back. But as you said, it was Selzer. He's all over the field. I mean, seriously, that linebacker Selzer, he's going sideline to sideline. He's getting down deep in pass coverage here to help out and breaking that up. Big play by Selzer.
4th down for the Burros. Could we see a little razzle-dazzle here on 4th? There's Olsen, the up back. Fortman, the punter. Here is, straight away. Here's the left-footed kick. And it is a high kick, no returner. A big bounce again for Foreman. It will roll. It will keep rolling. It will keep rolling. Right down here to the 10-yard line. Here, another big 50-yard punt. And 1st down for the Aggies.
Yeah, again, Fortman helping his team by flipping the field with the punt and all of that. The Aggies were playing up, anticipating a possible fake. So they let that go with nobody back to receive. And well, the Burrow defense, they're going to try to get something going for the guys in blue and white.
You'd imagine the guys in that blue and yellow going to try and see what they can do to move the ball on the ground, bleed some clock down here, up ahead 2 scores in this second half. As they'll come out, they'll send Kraft wide to the left side. Here, 2 running backs in the backfield. Shep under center. They turn, they hand off, run right straight ahead to give, and pick up 2 falling forward.
Falling forward, Hattleston again at the bottom. Hebel also there on the stop for the Burros.
Here, Bozzard with the carry that time for the Aggies. Here, the sophomore, his 5th carry of the game. He'll come out. Now, as substitutions come in, we see
Bodine and Martin came in.
Martin, yep. 2nd and 8. Martin will be wide receiver, right side. That's the short side. In the shotgun set. Bringing in an H-back. They send a man in motion right to left. That's Eigelhart. They run the push pass to him, trying to stretch it out. He's trying to get away. He's grabbed from behind. Dryberg with the glove on him and rips him down to the ground. And mark him back here. Basically a line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yeah, I'm standing right here at the 11. That's where it's at, losing about a half a yard. Dryberg, really strong tackle, but credit the guys, all of them, Matson, Swanson, Hattleston up front, all doing their jobs, and they got the push and they came across and flowed with that all the way. Very good defense by the Burros.
Matson comes out, Halfley comes in. Burros switch to the 3-down lineman front here on 3rd and 9. Receiver left is Eigelhart. Receiver right here as well as Shep will give the ball off here, run right side here up to the 19. A gain of 7, be about a yard short of the 1st down marker.
I'll tell you what, we've seen many times today on 3rd and long. The Aggies have been converting those 3rd and longs into 1st downs, and that was very close again there.
That was Peyton Bodine with the carry that time. And now punt formation will come out for the Aggies. Here on 4th and short, but inside their own 20.
Burrow should get decent field position here.
Shep's been punting nicely, though, today.
Yeah, he sure has.
We'll wait for the snap to come back. There it goes. Catch here, and the punt is up.
Another
Angled
nice
here,
one.
will bounce at the 46, up in the air. Burrow's backing away from as it rolls across the 50 to the other 45. And 4:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley will start shy of midfield. Here with 2-minute possession on that 3-0. Could get the 1st down, but there we'll see it their defense, who has been playing very stout here today for the Aggies. as Olsen brings in the play from the sideline.
And the Aggies staying with that defensive package where they've got Preston Kraft in the secondary, and they move Peyton Bodine to a defensive lineman, defensive tackle.
Here in the I formation, 2 receivers right side. Play action, Olsen looking. He's looking to go left. He's hit as he throws as the ball comes loose. Hit as he throws, the ball comes loose. They call it a fumble. And it is the Burros jumping on. He was trying to get to Dryberg on a drag route, but as he stepped up, looked like Seltzer again.
Yeah.
Had time to knock it away.
Sandy and Seltzer and Sandy there at the end, and part of that. These Aggie players have played really, really well today.
Be a loss of 1, so a second sack there on the fumble forced by Seltzer.
And I'm saying today, because this is the first time I've seen him this year, other than watching a little bit of film on him, but they're really playing well.
Twin receivers left side, 1 receiver right side. Olsen back to pass, set up a screen. It's caught by Halfley on the tunnel screen, but digging through the tunnel, blowing it up. Seltzer.
And Hank Bodine, but Seltzer again. 52 is all over this football field right now. He owns it.
Caught by Halfley, but nowhere to go with it, and we do have a player down. And is that?
We'll take an injury timeout here.
We'll take a break here. 3:04 to go in this third quarter. Third down for Hillsboro Central Valley when we come back, trailing 14-0 on your Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard.
Health Unit is offering free COVID vaccination clinics in November. They're being held in Hillsboro every Tuesday at the Trail County Courthouse from 8 to 11 a.m. Also on Thursday, November 17th, COVID vaccination clinic from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. at Mayville Lutheran Church, as well as an evening event for COVID and flu vaccinations Friday, November 18th, 4 to 6 p.m. at the Trail County Courthouse in Hillsboro. Appointments are required. Call Trail District Health at 701-636-4434. Moderna and Pfizer first, second, and bivalent booster doses available.
All player there, Braden Seltzer, walking off the field under his own power. Hopefully nothing
cramped up
serious,
or something
there.
Yeah.
That is one thing that Coach Sandy said is we got a lot of guys going both ways, and because of that, you get to the second half, that's something they've seen. Some guys having to come out with some cramps and other issues here throughout the season. We'll see how it works here now. 3rd and 11 for Hillsboro Central Valley. The offense comes out.
There's been a lot of 3rd and longs for the Burros today.
They'll move Hebel from the left side to the right side as the running back next to Olsen. Snap will come back from Hattelstead. Olsen will going to keep it himself. He's going to run forward. He'll get up to midfield, and that will bring up now a 4th and 6.
And they're going to bring the punt team out. Foreman again comes out to punt. 2.5 to go here in the third.
Foreman with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6th punt attempt of the day. 27 on attempts on the year. And our
too many guys on the field.
Out. Too many guys in the huddle for the Burros, and that's going to mark back the yardage they just got on that 3rd down run. Here for the
men on the field.
That doesn't change what they're going to do, but first flag. And
Foreman getting right to punt. A little bit of a crosswind here as it kind of got the bowl shape here on the field. I think the wind kind of blowing over the top of the field mainly.
Yeah, and I'm not tall enough for it to hit me, meaning the wind.
Yeah.
I'm well below the top of that little bowl dike around here. It's a dike is what it is.
Keith will tell you what the weather's like up there. Here's the snap, comes back. Foreman gets the kick off, and again, no returner for the Aggies, and they'll just let the ball roll here, and it will be at the 15-yard line. 2:02 to go in this third quarter. Aggies take the ball over.
I bring up that dike, during the flood out here. It's this Mouse River, just up to our north side here of this football field. That's where all this water and things were coming from, and eventually it found a spot and went down to a low side, or it would have been even more damage than what was already caused.
From the shores of the Mouse River.
Here in the Star City of Velva, North Dakota.
On the 16-yard line where the Aggies start this drive. Trip to the Dakota Bowl on the line, and the Aggies lead 14-0, 2:02 to go here in this third quarter. Had a defensive score in this third quarter. This is their second offensive possession as the ball pops loose, and it is... Wait for the officials to charge in. Aggies on it.
Yep. A lot of Burrows down there, trying to wrestle it away, but the Aggies secured it underneath, and Bodine on the fumble recovery for the Aggies, 2nd and 10.
There, so possession, possible disaster there avoided for the Aggies, as they don't want to give the ball back to the Burrows, especially in good field position the way their defense is played. Don't go to give them those short fields. Under 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Eigelhart will be split out wide to the left. He's had a big day catching the ball. We got a flag coming out. Movement up front.
Yeah, procedure.
Now we'll mark them back 5 yards. First penalty on the Aggies. So there, each team has their first penalty of the day. They're both procedural penalties coming here in this third quarter. So 2nd and 15. Burrows will stay out there with their 4-down lineman defensive front. They're with Dryberg, Swanson, Matson, Hattlestead. Linebackers of Caden Kazette, Hebel, Landon Olson, Riley Olson, Dylan Mitchell, the safeties, Cody Rage, Isaac Thompson out at corners right now. Man in motion. They don't give it to him, though. Instead, it'll be Shep keeping it himself. He weaves his way through the middle of the field, picking up 2 yards before he's wrapped up underneath Hattlestead, helping to get in on that stop.
And Shep getting what he could there, and the Burrows defense was ready and waiting for that. So it's 3rd down and long, and final 30 seconds here of this third quarter. Matson will come out. Halfley goes in for Hillsboro Central Valley defensively.
Go to that 3-down lineman set. 4 linebackers. Halfley coming in on that outside right side of the defense. Left side of the offense, they send 2 receivers that way, 2 to the right side as well. Shep back to pass. He's looking as the defense kind of hold and contain. Now they'll go after him, chase him here, and bring him down as the ball flies free. And they say incomplete pass. They're
talking, the officials are talking over there on the far sideline.
Or is it a fumble flying forward? Not sure. Officials will mark it back at the line of scrimmage, incomplete pass.
That's the 3rd or 4th time today that Shep's been able to do that and save some yardage.
A little magic to get the ball away. So 8 seconds left here.
You might have heard some of that discussion here on the sideline.
Vague remnants.
I've social distanced.
Here's a snap back to Shep. He'll get the punt away, and it will not be touched. The marker did not come out, and the Aggies will jump on it back here at the 37-yard line. They say Mitchell going forward did not touch it. Kind of, like the ball going underneath the center fielder's glove. That's what happened, and it will be Burrow football back here at their 37-yard line. But that's also the end of the third quarter. So we head to the fourth quarter with the Aggies on top of the Burrows, 14-0 on your Tim Kazette seat sales scoreboard.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsboro location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Fourth quarter begins. Hillsboro Central Valley with the football. After the Aggie punt, Burrows take over to start the final 12 minutes of regulation. Riley Olson under center, turns, hands off, second man through. Landon Olson stays on his feet, busts it open to the left side, trying to get to the outside edge, to the 45, to the 40, 35, and dropped out here at the 28-yard line as Eigelhart chases him down. But another big run for Landon Olson, running well today for the Burros.
Yeah, Landon Olson approaching 100 yards on the day, and he busted that on his own. There was blocking up front at the point of attack, but then he saw the grass out to his left and put on some speed and turned the corner with a big gain. Central Cass, as we check the in-game scoreboard, out-of-town scoreboard, Central Cass leading Beulah 20-0.
That's in the third quarter in that semifinal. That will put Olson over 100 here now at 104 on the ground. They will run the option as Riley Olson will sneak his way between a little crease on the right side in between the guard and the tackle.
Not much of a crease, not much sneaking, but he was certainly trying to. But it was Gabe Lakaduck and also Tyler Holdeman for the Aggies.
Burrows with the big play now, trying to capitalize in Aggie territory, find that end zone. Rage to the right side, Mitz to the left side as the receivers. I formation, tight end right side is Dryberg. Hebel, Landon Olson, the running backs. Fake give to Hebel, give to Landon Olson. Looks to get to the outside with a stiff arm. Gets by one, and then wrapped up from behind is coming over, wrapping up those legs. It's Seltzer again, making another stop.
Eigelhart missing the tackle, unable to just bring him down. Trying to bring Olson down with the high tackle and by the jersey, and Olson running too strong for that right now.
Gain of 9 for the first down, just gets enough.
This is the most back-to-back positive plays for the Burros all day offensively.
Same formation. I-backs here, they give to Landon Olson. He runs forward into a crowd. The blue and yellow will wrap him up as he lands on top, then leans back. He'll pick up an extra yard because of that before he's finally touched down here just shy of the 15-yard line.
Hank Bodine, Holdeman there, and also Ben Shep.
Never mind, they're going to mark him back. So he'll be...
2nd and 9.
Yeah, gain of 1. Here, 14 carries, $114 on the ground for Landon Olson. He'll dot the I again, the junior tailback for the Burros. 2 receivers out right side as they send Dryberg and Rage out wide right that side of the field. Olson gets under center, sees the blitz coming, and they'll run the option. He'll pitch it now here to Landon Olson on the left side edge, looking for a block from Baszler. He cuts inside of it. Here down to about the 11-yard line, be a gain of 6, about a 3rd and 2 upcoming.
Yeah, they're going to mark it back at the 12, the tackle made by Gabe Lakaduck. I'll tell you what, that was a really good use of hands on the pitch there by Landon Olson. Riley, kept it as long as he could to suck that defender in and pitched it back, and Landon Olson reaching out with the left hand and bringing it in.
3rd and 3, Branton, extra tight end on the right side.
That's not easy to do. That's tough.
Olson in the pistol set with Hebel behind him, sends Dryberg in motion. The snap goes over the head of Olson, and he'll just dive back on it here at the 25-yard line. And the bad snap here for a loss here for the Burros now sets him up for a long 4th down.
Well, you don't want to see any of that when you're on the side of Hillsboro Central Valley, but collectively there are a lot of hands going to the knees and bending over here on the Burros sideline. They get some positives going, and now it brings up the 4th and 17? 16.
Yeah,
4th and 16.
Yeah. First down marker, they got to get inside the 10. Here, 3 seconds on the play clock. Snap comes back on the shotgun set. Olson sets up, throws, looking for Dryberg down the field. That is caught for the touchdown! On 4th down, Peter Dryberg gets in for the score.
And I'll tell you what, Big Jake, and viewers on yourliveevent.com with Keith Meyer on the camera who had it for you. Peter Dryberg at the 3-yard line said, I'm just going to go make a play. I'm going to come in. I'm going to be the aggressive guy. I'm going to get my hands on it. I've got the physical tools to do it. Riley Olson putting up there and saying, hey, Pete Dryberg, go bring home some raspberries for us.
Bowden Allen will be on to kick the PAT. Dryberg going to catch it. Now he's going to snap it. Riley Olson going to hold. Snap, hold, kick. No good. No good, and it will be 14-6. The score on your Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard. Velva-Drake-Anamoose leads Hillsboro Central Valley on yourliveevent.com.
H509. If you are already a member, thank you. If you are not a member, we would love to invite you to join Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars. As we come into the season of giving, We remind you every graduating student who applies will receive at least one scholarship through Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars. So we can continue this amazing program, please consider a gift this season to Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars. Visit H509 Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars website or Facebook page for more information.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
Touchdown catch on fourth down for the Burros, but they do not get the PAT. It's still a 1-point game as Bowden Allen will kick it off. And the line drive kick will bounce here at the 25. Bobbled here by Martin, finally picked up, and he'll run forward. Nearly finds a hole as he makes his way up here to the 32-yard line. Good, solid return. And 1st and 10 for the Aggies.
Yeah, Sawyer Owens took him off balance, tripped him up. Cody Rage finished him off. Well, a little more juice, excitement, energy here on the Burros sideline after that touchdown. There was some discussion during the commercial break. Coach Scott Olson going out and asking, where that extra point kick was missed at, and everybody talking through that. So 14-6, Aggies lead by 8, 8:39 to go.
1st and 10 as Ben Shep brings
well,
it
here,
out
here
to
is
the right
the
hash
potential
mark.
drive for the Aggies of the season right here and for the Burro defense right here.
Shep will turn, hand off here, give it to Bodine. Hit in the backfield, swarmed by the defense. And he's brought down. Burrows trying to rip the ball free. He'll cling to it tightly and hold on here. Just a gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah, Gazette at the bottom of that, but it was Landon Olson on the edge, outside backer that just took everything away as Bodine tried to jump step that thing off to his left, but Landon Olson said, oh no, you're not going to turn the corner. And then Caden Gazette said, oh no, you're not going much further here because I'm coming right here.
Kyle Halfley will come in. Isaac Thompson looks like an equipment issue for him. The play action here, rolling out to the right side now. Shep, here pressure comes in his face. He'll tuck and keep it inside. As he gets inside, Madsen catches him from behind. Brought down at about the 43, going to be very close. Should have the first down.
Yeah, Hattlestead with the pressure, but he couldn't get his feet turned around and, get his body turned to get an arm on Shep. Hattlestead, though, with tremendous pressure. Then Madsen gets the tackle. But again, Shep, man, this kid has converted the some plays today into first downs on some runs of 7, 8, 10, 12 yards. Shep has really allowed the Aggies to keep the chains moving offensively.
Throughout the season, we've seen a lot of good young ball players on a lot of teams. Eigelhart goes in motion. They fake to give it to him. Give it to Bodine. Nearly muffs the handoff, but he'll take it up to the 45-yard line. Another 2-yard gain as he plows forward. Keep the clock running.
Yeah, that ball started to, get down under that thigh pad area, but Bodine, strong hands, able to secure it and get it back under control. Clock runs. We're nearing 7 minutes to go. It'll be under 7 minutes here before the Aggies get to the line of scrimmage.
From inside the right hash mark, they'll send 2 receivers right. Tight end left side. Here's they have the offset backs, kind of like the wing back there on the left side. They'll send Eigelhart in motion, use them as lead backers as they give it on the jet sweep. And Eigelhart trying to get to the outside. He does get around the corner, lowers the shoulder, still on his feet down the left sideline, across midfield to the 30-yard line, still on his feet as he's drugged down here out of bounds around the 20. Where did he finally step out as he was twisting and turning? But a big play and a big first down.
Well, I'm not going to take anything away from Mr. Eigelhart because of how he described his run, but I'm going to tell you, at the point of attack, Hank Bodine just threw a vicious block that allowed Eigelhart to turn and go upfield. It was Bodine's block, and then it was Eigelhart's run. 2 physical plays from those 2 athletes.
Bodine was the lead back until hurting that wrist earlier in the season. Now he's the blocker that time. Here's a give to the right side. Stop and start by Peyton Bodine in the backfield. He'll go back to the left side on a play designed to the right.
Ball's loose.
The ball pops out here inside the 5.
Burrows. I'm going to say Burrows. Nope, Aggies. Aggies got back on it. Bodine able to just get that. Ooh, close.
Ooh, there is ball just bouncing away that time. They're going to mark it down.
Here on the Burrows sideline, you can just feel, just with every play, just inches away of plays like that. Like, oh, geez.
Now officials stopping. They're having a timeout here to see. Not sure what they're talking about, if it's a spot to the football.
Yeah. Spot, and first and goal.
There is, right now it's marked at,
It's at the 5.
5-yard line.
Yeah. Right at the 5.
And they'll reset the play clock. Oh, they're looking to put more time on the clock, I think is what they're saying. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the clock was running while there was that little, scrum for the ball, but the runner was down. I think was all of it being said. 6:22 is where they reset it.
So it will be first and goal for the Aggies. Here, a couple big runs
this
here.
This is big for the Aggies right here on their home field, trying to get to the Dakota Bowl. The Borough defense trying to hold them out and give themselves still another opportunity.
Looking to punch it in. It will be Shep under center. Motioning for motion, didn't get any. They'll run here with Bodine out to the left side, and he'll cut back to the right side as Ricky Williams his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I'm not sure what the hand signals were or what it all meant, but Shep was looking out here at Eigelhart, and he was pointing back behind him, kind of like, I'm going to pitch this left, but you get a block over on that right side because I think he's going to cut it back. I'm not saying that is what was said, but that's sure as how it worked out.
And gets into the end zone. 2-score game, looking to make it a 3-score. They will, just a bad snap there as the flags come out. Yeah. And I think it's going to be procedural against the Aggies. It will be. And was it a false start or was it something after the snap? They say it was a false start, so mark them back. They'll get an extra chance on that play. There, so now here from the 8-yard line, trying for the 2. 2-point conversions on the year. Here as the Aggies came in 37-62, 59%. They are 1 of 2 so far today. For the third time, they'll come up here. This one, though, from the 8-yard line. Shep back to pass, looking, trying to dump it off over the middle, and it's incomplete, stripped away by the Borough defense as they got a hand in there, knocked it away. Landon Olson knocks it loose, keeps it a 2-score game. 20-6, Aggies lead on your Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard. Fourth quarter on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Hillsboro Stars and Stripes program shares a huge thank you to the businesses and individuals that subscribe to the Stars and Stripes project. Your generosity in purchasing over 500 subscriptions has enabled the project to return back over $15,000 to the community. Additional thanks go to the many individuals that help put the flags out. This project continues each year, so please like and follow the Hillsboro Stars and Stripes Facebook page to be updated on plans for next year.
The Halstead Living Center, Heritage House in Halstead, and the Normandy in Twin Valley present an atmosphere that is calm and comfortable. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, they offer a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care, including senior living with services, skilled nursing care, rehabilitation care, respite, hospice, or adult daycare. Get more information by going to halsteadlivingcenter.com or call 218-456-2105.
High Aggie kickoff fielded by the Burrows up back. They'll get up to the 29-yard line.
Halfley on the return.
Halfley returns it. 6:12 to go, fourth quarter. That's where the Burrows start this drive, needing a score, needing 2 scores. First and 10. Here as Olson, Mitzel, Halfley, Rage, 3 receiver set for the Burrows. See what they can do here in 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Season on the line. double check that Central Cass score here in a second. As the Burros get up to the line of scrimmage. Send 4 receivers here, 2 wide each way. Send a receiver screen out to Mitchell. Left side, got Dryberg in front as a block. He'll get up to the 35 to the 40. He's knocked out here at the 43-yard line. Gain of 14 and a first down here on the pass.
Yeah, and the injured player here for the Burros, Mitchell, still down here out of bounds on the sideline right in front of the Burro bench.
6:04 to go in this fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout. Be back after this on yourliveevent.com.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
Dylan Mitchell getting checked out on the sideline after he got up, walked over to the bench under his own power. Burros run a play there. Riley Olson, a loss of 3 on the quarterback, a keeper off the left side, nothing there. Brings up now 2nd and 11. They come back to the line of scrimmage from the left hash mark.
Oh, Peyton Bodine just owning here on the line of scrimmage.
Back to pass. They run a screen out to Dryberg. He'll get a block from Thompson. Dryberg will get it back to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of 3 and bring up now a 3rd and 10.
You know, and we know that you know the Burros scheme is get win first down, 2nd and medium, 3rd and short. They've been in 3rd and long. I'm just guessing here off of memory, bad memory, but I'm going to say 2/3, 3/4 of the time today on 3rd downs.
So they'll come out in the diamond set. 3 backs here up around Olson. Out of the backfield. They're going to look. Wheel route down the right sideline here. It's intercepted but out of bounds that time. Bozert was there for it, but well outside of the field of play. Incomplete pass.
That was really good coverage downfield by the Aggies defense.
Looking for Landon Olson there on a wheel route. And 4th and 10 now for Hillsboro Central Valley. Got to go for it. Trailing 20-6. Under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Isaac Thompson will come in along with Riley Olson, bringing the play in from the sideline.
They got to go for it.
They will have Halfley and Rage out to the right side. Thompson to the left side. Shotgun set for Olson. Takes a snap, rolls to the right side. Looking, throwing here in the flat. Rage catching as he was falling out of bounds. Good. Cody Rage, first down, move the chains.
Yeah, and the Burros now need to pick it up offensively as far as their tempo. Down by 2 scores. Try to get one here and make something happen on special teams and see what can lead up to a wild finish.
Gain of 12 as they move into Aggie territory. Thompson will come out. Mitchell will come back in after getting looked at, taken care of on the sideline. He'll come out wide left on that far side. Ball on the right hash mark. Hebel will go slot left. Empty backfield for Riley Olson. As he calls for the snap, everyone moves early, and that's going to be a penalty here on half the Burros offense moving it back.
Yeah, you can see as the Burros going back to their huddle, just by the hand gestures of, hey, where are we? Are we going on that? Are we going on this? Or it happens.
Just the second penalty of the game by the Burros.
Oh, it's been clean, very clean. Like I say, it happens.
Score update, Central Cass leading Beulah 28-0 here for the Squirrels. Olson back to pass. Pressure looking over the middle. Here a little thrown behind Mitzel as he was hit as he thrown. Olsen a little slow to get up as well. And
yeah, tons of pressure on Riley Olsen today. Mitzel had found the opening there.
Unable to complete it, though. Dryburgh needed to come off to a play here with an equipment issue. And we'll see here.
I think there's blood on the hand.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So Brandt will come in as the tight end. 3:49 to go, fourth quarter. Timeout here for the Burros as they were having to get the play in there with the blood there on Dryburgh. We'll see if they get him taped up here. And we'll come back out of the break here with the 3 minutes, 49 seconds remain. Fourth quarter, 20-6. Aggies lead the Burros. Your Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Big plays in the second half, helping the Aggies extend their lead. They got a fumble return for a touchdown and a scoop and score from Shep, and then a couple of big runs brought him down near the goal line, and Peyton Bodine capped it off with a 5-yard touchdown run earlier in this fourth quarter, leading 20-6 over Hillsboro Central Valley. Burros take the timeout, get things set up here for 2nd and 15.
Yeah, Dryburgh came back on the field. The officials are saying, no, you got to go back off.
Telling him he's got to come back out, and I think they're trying to get an explanation saying, hey, we took the time out, and, Brandt will come in. Now at that tight end on that offense, he'll be out wide to the right part of 3 receivers in an empty set. 2 receivers then to the left side. Olsen out of the shotgun. And, all right, here we go. 2nd and 15. Olsen takes a snap. Looks left, throws her a screen over the middle here, looking for Hebel, batted down.
Guess who? Peyton Bodine. It has been Bodine and Selzler, and early in the game, it was Kyle Sandy.
Guys out there making plays there for the team as Lackaduck comes back in on that defensive line. 3rd and 15 now for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Remy went out.
Dryburgh comes back in. Here he had the 4th down touchdown catch for the Burros, their score today. Here he'll be the middle receiver, part of the trio to the right side for the Burro offense. Snap back here. Olsen, he's going to run it on a quarterback keeper. He's got blockers in front of him. He'll get up here across the 40 down to the 37-yard line. The gain at 12, going to be about 2.5, 3 yards short.
Yeah, Ben Shep on the tackle. Riley Olsen staying on top of Shep to kind of slide across and pick up an extra yard or so there to make it that 4th and short. So definitely a very manageable situation here, but the Burros need to, get it done quickly here as the clock runs. 3:15, breaking their huddle.
Mitzel right side, Hebel right side, Halfley, Rage, Dryburgh left side, and the receivers set up. Olsen empty set. They'll run a receiver screen out to Rage left side, looking to get a block from Halfley. He gets it here inside the 35. That will be a 1st down.
And Hank Bodine on the tackle.
So
it is the 1st down, though, so that stops the clock as well. Burros right away here at the line of scrimmage.
They'll send the trio receivers out to the right side now from the left hash mark. Clock ticking.
2
Olsen,
here to the near side.
make sure everyone's set. Take the snap. Pressure coming. A lot of pressure in the face right away. Olsen going to roll it to the left side. Being wrapped up from behind that time. Able to get there, help make the stop was Kyle Sandy, but a gain on the play. 4 yards on the scramble by Riley Olsen.
It's a combination here of the Aggie defense. Great pressure up front, and their secondary staying with all those receivers.
Empty set, Olsen, shotgun, snap back. Pressure comes, he throws it up left side, looking for Rage down the left sideline. It is incomplete through the hands of the defender. That time trying to make the over-the-shoulder catch was Bossert as he couldn't haul in his 4th pick of the year.
Yeah, Bossert right here with it as you describe, and Also coming up over the top was Shep.
Down to 2:19 to go. Still, Burrows need 2 scores. Rage
Just
brings
watching
it to play.
Bossert and Selzler talking here, and Selzler like, hey, you just about had it, and Bossert going, yeah, I just looked up and it right between my hands.
That defensive line, they have their ears pinned back.
Oh, they sure do.
Olsen takes a snap, rolls out to the right side. This time he's got a little time, and then he'll be pressured. He throws over the middle. It's caught! Got by Mitchell. He'll break it down the right sideline. Dive! Short of the goal line.
He's to the 3. He got to the 3. Great catch by Mitchell. Again, coming back for that and making it. In fact, they're going to mark it at the 2. He's at the 2-yard line. Clock stops, 2:08. Well, they move the chains. Burrows right away at the line of scrimmage.
There, gain of 27. Burrows get up to the line of scrimmage. Olsen will be under center. Look for him just to run it forward here. They do on the sneak. Olsen will take it. He'll dive forward. He will be signal. No signal.
No signal.
Down
They're
short.
at the 6-inch line.
Down short. So Burrows get up, get set, trying to do it again. Olsen, make sure everyone there is in formation, then he'll drive forward, diving over the top of the pile, and a flag comes in. You can't go airborne like that, and that will be a penalty on the Aggies.
Yeah, Hank Bodine came flying in over the top.
Can't do the Troy Polamalu.
So the Burrows will huddle it up here with 1:38.
Here, and so that will stop the clock as well, and that will allow them to bring in Richter here for the Burrow offense, coming in at that right side. Well, they call the face mask.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it's the penalty there.
It's a 12-inch penalty.
Second down. Heavy set here for the Burrows offense, trying to punch it in. As they turn, hand off, and they will get in. Touchdown. Jake Swanson with the touchdown run. Swanson, 1-yard plunge. And that will be the touchdown for the Burrows. Brings it in here to a 1-score game. We'll see what they do here on the PAT. They're going to kick it again here as Allen comes in.
Yeah, well, I said, go down and score, set it up for a wild finish. So the first part is there in the book. Now to get it within 7 is the attempt here for Bowden Allen and the Burrows out of the Riley Olsen hold.
And Peter Dryberg will snap. Waiting it. There's the snap, the hold, the kick, and it is blocked. Kick is blocked, no good. And it will be 20-12. Burrows still need a touchdown and more when we come back after this break. It's 20-12. Your Tim Cassette Seat Sale scoreboard.
Hillsboro Lumber has DeWalt tools and Milwaukee Power Tools. Choose from DeWalt drills, sanders, impact drivers, hammer drills, jigsaws, skill saws, multi-tools, and all DeWalt power tool batteries and accessories. Hillsboro Lumber will work with you on any remodeling project, and they will assist you with any building plans you're considering. And they remind you of laminate flooring and many styles of cabinets available. Call 701-636-4301, Hillsboro Lumber, Hillsboro.
20-12, a minute 36 seconds left. Burrows, by my calculation here, 2 timeouts left. Well, let's see what they can do on special teams here. Have not had to kick an onside in recent memory. Here we'll see what they can do, what's been cooked up in practice, what they want to do. Remember
Well, you know that both teams are well coached up, so this could come down to just a bounce or no bounce or a little bit of a moisture down here. So who knows?
Bowden Allen will tee it up. Remember, you can't drive the kick into the ground. So we'll see here. You want to get a good bounce. It's got to go at least 10, or the Aggies would have to touch it. So the Burrows get set up. They're going to kick it away from us to the right side of the field. Allen with the shallow kick. Here it is. It will bounce. It will roll right into the hands. Went about 9 yards, and the Aggies just able to jump on it then here at the 49. Taking over here to, well, run out this clock if they can. I'll check my math.
Yeah, 96 seconds here in this game.
They still would need to pick up a first down to totally run out the clock.
Burrows will try to get a strip of a ball here and see if they can make a play.
So the Aggies will have Bodine, and Bossert all in the backfield. Bossert there, kind of the wing back. Shep will turn, handoff here to Peyton Bodine, looking to the left side, trying to get to the outside edge, wants to stay in bounds. And he stops the clock as he goes out of bounds after a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, getting the positive yardage and around that edge.
Here, but again, the clock does stop, so that helps the Burros defense a little bit. They still got to come out and make a stop now. Here, not give up the next 5 yards. Looking to follow that offensive line, Kyle Sandy, Gabe Lockaduck, Tyler Holdeman, Braden Selzer, Jamison Remy. 4 seniors and a junior. Here's they turn, handoff, and it will be out to the edge that time. Here's Bodine still on his feet, keeps moving. Burrows trying to rip the ball free, and finally pushed ahead across the first down marker, down to the 37-yard line, gain of 8 and a first down.
Bodine's got 4 arms in there trying to pull the ball out. He's got 3 bodies on top of him, and he not only hangs onto the football, he's able to carry, fall forward, keep his balance, strength, and get a first down. Isn't that something?
It was a heck of a run there as the Burros take a timeout. We'll be back after this break here. 1:17 to go, a 20-12 score on your Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard.
Big Tex is the name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry 218-368-7989.
20-12. Velva-Drake-Anamoose leading over Hillsboro Central Valley. As they have Hank Bodine, the fullback, Peyton Bodine, the tailback. Ben Shep under center. Officials say, hey, hold on, we're going to have another timeout. Aggies will take one more timeout, so we will as well, too, and get you set up here for this 1st and 10 play coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nb.gov/confident.
I'm Trace Tisburn. I'm confident on the stage, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Too much glare on the window.
Here with a 1 minute, 17 seconds left. Here's we're taking photos down the sideline, huh? Is that
well, they're trying to get a photo of you, but
oh no, there's a reason I'm behind the camera. A very good reason why I am behind the camera.
It's all in fun.
I formation, H back left side. Shep will just take the knee. And Burros will take their final timeout. Final timeout will bring up a 2nd and 10 here. With a minute's 13 left, so
a couple more snaps.
That's what's left in this one here as the Aggies lead 20-12. Your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the Agronomy Centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our Villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our Villa at 701-343-6273.
Well, the Central Cass Squirrels have defeated Beulah 28-6. They will be in the Dakota Bowl next week. The Aggies are 73 seconds away from joining them as they'll look to take a kneel down here and
how about
into
the
that victory formation.
Yeah, how about the playoff run here by Tommy Butler and the Squirrels, huh? Wow.
As they knock off a top seed undefeated Kindred.
And this Velva-Garrison Drake-Anamoose team as well.
Yeah, the lone undefeated left in 11B and they will get a chance for the perfect season next week. They'll have to snap it one more time successfully, put the knee to the turf, and what a way here to play your final game on your home field for this season.
Well, in this Borough football team, a Borough football program, 7 consecutive years in the semifinals, some state championships mixed in there, and another tremendous season, tremendous record, and a good group of quality young men as the hugs and handshakes and the tears of joy and the tears of not being able to fulfill and to live out all of your dreams all displayed here on the field now. And look at the genuine, seriously, not every time at the high school level you see the genuine hugs and handshakes and respect to both sides that you are here today.
A game well played, and now going to be well celebrated by the Aggie fans as they rush the field to celebrate with their team. They're going to the Dakota Bowl, 20-12 winners here in the semifinals over the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Stay tuned. Your postgame report comes up next on yourliveevent.com.
At Community Co-op, we offer our energy solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your energy solutions programs from Community Co-ops of Lake Park.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problems solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance. Protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
Your postgame report on yourliveevent.com as the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison Aggies are going to the Dakota Bowl, a 20-12 victory over the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. As they keep their undefeated season alive, they will go to 12-0, and they will face the Central Cass Squirrels, as the Squirrels defeating Beulah 28-6 in the other semifinal. So your Dakota Bowl is set for Class 11B. Let's talk about this semifinal game with the Aggies striking fast, striking early. The first drive of the game, they hit a 61-yard wide receiver screen pass here to Trey Eigelhart as he goes 61 yards on the catch and run. And then the run for two in good from Ben Shep and an 8-0 lead with 61 seconds into the first quarter. We'd stay that way for the rest of the first quarter as teams would either punt it away, turn over on downs, or fumble it on the remaining drives in the first half. Second half, the Burros trying to put together a drive to start things off as they pick up a couple first downs, but then a miscommunication, a pitch play ends up being fumbled away. A scoop and score as Ben Shep picks it up, runs it in, good from about 35 yards out, and the 14-0 lead after the 2-point run failed. In the fourth quarter, the Burros get on the scoreboard. Fourth down from the 25-yard line. Riley Olson throws it up to his big tight end, Peter Dryberg. Dryberg comes down with the catch and the touchdown for his 5th of the year. And it was the PAT no good, 14-6, 8:43 to go in the fourth quarter. And then a couple of big plays as Eigelhart busts a 36-yard jet sweep around the edge. And Peyton Bodine with a 14-yard carry brings him down inside the 5. Bodine wraps it up with a 5-yard touchdown run, make it 20-6, 6:16 to go in the fourth quarter. Burros would get a touchdown with a minute 36 to go as Jake Swanson gets in for a 1-yard touchdown run. PAT failed. It was 20-12. Burros can't get the onside kick. Aggies get the first down. They kneel it out, and they win 20-12. The final score on the Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard. 11-0 for the Velva-Drake-Anamoose Aggies as the Burros will end their season at 10-2. That's our game summary. We'll come back. Players of the game, coaches' comments, more when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Vroom on over to the Hillsboro Body Shop, where they work on anything automotive. Cars, pickups, trucks, semis, and more. The guys have a combined 25 years of experience with professional, top quality, and timely automotive service. It's Ben and Tyrell at the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call 701-636-4981. Getting cars, pickups, semis, and more. If it moves and needs work, bring it over to the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call Ben Alba and Tyrell Lee, 701-636-4981. The Hillsboro Body Shop.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
The Velva-Drake-Anamoose Aggies going to the Dakota Bowl. Let's hear from their players, some of our stars of the game, down the field with Jim Birkmeyer.
Yeah, we're going to talk with a number of Aggies. We're going to start with Hank Bodine. Hey, congrats on the semifinal win, going to the championship. Just talk about the effort by you and your teammates today.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, all week we prepared for it. Our line played fantastic. Guys around me played fantastic. It was just a great effort of football.
I thought the front seven defensively were outstanding. The secondary had coverage as well, but the front seven I thought really got it done.
Yes, sir. They worked their ass off. They're the best front seven we have in the state. I can't play with a better group.
Talk about offensively how you guys seem to always find the answer, no matter if it was third and long or whatever it was, and some big plays mixed in.
Yeah, we got a lot of athletes on our team. They just, everyone. They just learn to find ways and do everything correct.
Hey, what's your thoughts on being able to play in the Dakota Bowl?
It's awesome. I dreamed about it ever since I was little, and now dreams come true.
You got a good group of seniors around you leading the way.
Yes, sir. They're fun to play with.
Hey, congrats. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hank Bodine, let's talk with another member of the Aggies here, and let's bring in 52, Braden Selsler. Congrats. You and your teammates were all over the field today, really playing hard and doing a lot of things well. Talk about it.
It's really always a team effort. We always come out and we hit hard. We always practice hard as a team. We always pick each other up. That's all I can say. It's really just a big team effort.
You know, Coach told us this week how this group has really come together, how you've united with, athletes from different schools, but really have gelled. Just talk about how that has come together and just how much fun it is playing with a group of guys like this that want to accomplish something the same way.
You know, I think everybody thought it was a little weird at first, but after we got to know each other and practice with each other, we learned that everyone's just the same. We're all here. We're all trying to have fun, and now we're just one big family.
You were, as I said earlier, all over the field making plays. Talk about just the game plan coming in and how you had to, watch film and be prepared today.
Well, we knew we had to defend the run because we watched film. I watched 8 games, their last 8 games, and that's all I saw. We knew we had to defend the run, and I think we did a pretty good job of that. And that's pretty much what we prepared for all week was the run.
Well, you sure did. And your thoughts on playing for a championship on next Friday?
I mean, it's unreal. Ever since my freshman year, we've came up short twice, and it feels good to finally get in there, and we're going to go take this thing home.
Hey, congrats. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Braden Salzler, let's bring in 14 here. Peyton Bodine as well. Peyton, congrats to you as well, along with all of your team. Heck of an effort by everybody today for the Aggies.
Yes, sir. I mean, team worked great. We all executed. I mean, we came together as a team and we got the win.
Talk about what you needed to do. I know that you guys were prepared to stop the run, but still you got to execute. You got to be there. You got to be physical. You got to fight off blocks. Your front seven defensively, I thought, was just tremendous.
Yes, sir. I mean, their O-line, I mean, they're big, or big stout. We just had to work hard, be as physical as we can, and execute. I mean, that's all there is to it.
How about just the ability to get that big play early in the game from Eigelhart to get you guys maybe some quick early start as you've been doing all year?
I mean, that really boosted the confidence. I mean, that's what we've been doing all year is big plays right from the start, set the tone, and that's what we did, and we came out and got the dub.
Unfair or fair question here. Is this as well as you guys have played all year collectively and throughout an entire game against a quality team like this?
I mean, this is one of the best teams we faced, and I think we came together just as much as we could, and we played for each other.
Your thoughts on playing now in a state championship game next week?
It's awesome. I can't wait. I mean, it's a great feeling to get there. We ain't done, though. We got to keep our focus and keep going.
Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Good luck.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Peyton Bodine for the Aggies here today as we're on our post-game report with YourLiveEvent.com. We'll get together with Borough head coach Scott Olson, hopefully head coach Larry Sandy as well for the Aggies as we continue with more on YourLiveEvent.com. Velva-Garrison Drake-Anamoose defeating Hillsboro Central Valley today in the state semifinals.
The Hillsboro Vets Club welcomes you for Broasted Chicken Saturdays, 5:30 till 7:30. Fries and coleslaw along with delicious broasted chicken. It's the best chicken I've ever had. Roasted chicken, dine in and take out at Saturdays at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And after the home football games, make sure that you stop in for free pizza and talk about the game with all the Borough fans at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Wishing the Burrows good luck and thanking the community for your support.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devil's Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Hi, this is Olivia Anderson from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School District, reminding you that ethics, integrity, and respect are values important to our daily lives. In our sporting events, they are translated into one word: sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the strongest educational lessons and lifetime values taught by school activities. Remember that one simple word: sportsmanship. It's how you play the game. This message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
Final score here with the Garrison Drake-Anamoose Aggies defeating the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. 20-12 is your final score. As let's talk our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Remember, life takes energy. Learn more. Go to tomorrowison.com here with Enbridge Energy. And our Enbridge Energy player of the game for the Aggies of Velva Garrison Drake-Anamoose will be Looking at Braden Selzer. Offensively on that offensive line, did some work to move the football. Defensively, he was all over the field as well, in on a number of stops in this one. And Braden Selzer will be our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Velva-Drake-Anamoose winning 20-12. Final score. Are we ready down there? A little wave if we are. Good. All right. We'll go down here for some post-game coaches' comments down in the field with Jim Birkmeyer.
Well, thank you. Our post-game continues where we are with the Borough head coach, Scott Olson. Well, Scott, this is no doubt a tough one. Disappointed. You work so hard and you get here to give yourselves an opportunity, but very good football team over there. Talk about this one.
Yeah, they're very good. They are very good. We saw it on film. We knew. I knew they were going to be very good. They were going to be very good, and they showed it. Their defense is legit. They're downhill. Their front seven can stop the run, so they can just drop the forward in the back and drop back for pass. I thought we did good things at times. The turnovers killed us. Just the miscommunication of Lannon was the only one that didn't hear it. It was going to go to the right, and he was going to the left, and but hey, we down 20-6. We said let's get a chance to score, get an onside. Never know, and we did that, and so we're proud of the way they responded. They didn't quit 20-6, kids made plays all day today. Both sides of the ball they were playing hard. It was a hard hitting game, and it was just didn't go our way in the end.
Throughout the game, I made this comment as I was watching from the sideline. It just, credit to the Aggies for what they did, but your kids from Hillsboro Central Valley, coach, kept surviving, kept hanging in there, kept hanging around, got within an inch or two of a fumble, got within a couple inches of a catch or that sort of thing, but it just, that's how it fell.
Yeah, that's the way it is, and that's the problem with football. Now it's over. You can't. It's tough to. You don't get to go back with these guys and have practice again. It's just done, but super proud of them. Those 4 years, those seniors. That was with my son, 4th grade little guy football. Like I said this before, if you'd have told me that crew would have been in the state semifinal, it would have been 4-time region champion. They had 5-6 losses in their whole high school career. I would have called you a liar. They ain't going to be any good. But it's the credit to those seniors, 13 of them, and they worked hard and they made the program better.
Absolutely, and it says a lot about them as they worked for what they got. They had to, because they weren't always blessed with the fastest legs or the biggest or whatever, but they hung together and they believed in doing it together.
Yeah, it was, and that's the only way we can do it is, if we're not the fastest, not the strongest, we have to do things as a group and as with the common purpose, and that's the family environment that we try to create, and very proud of them sustaining what was already made in the program and then making it better as they're leaving.
Well, 7 consecutive years in the state semifinals. Today out in Velva didn't go your way, Coach, but I just want to say thank you for everything throughout the year. I appreciate it, and been a pleasure to work with you.
Yeah, likewise. 7 years of great coverage, and we appreciate all that you guys do, and going out to Velva, to Watford City, to Timbuktu. It wouldn't matter. You'd follow us, and we're appreciative of that.
Thank you very much. Head Coach Scott Olson here today.
There in our post-game report on yourliveevent.com. As we'll come back with more. We'll have more comments, final stats coming your way, coming up next on yourliveevent.com.
Hey, what you doing? Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced. It's harvest time, buddy. Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered. What do I look for? Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro. You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro.
Hillsboro Central Valley Burros fall to the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison Aggies. 20-12 the final scores. The Aggies will move on to the Dakota Bowl. They will take on the Central Cass Squirrels as we'll go right down to our field, back down to the field level there with Jim Birkmeyer standing by with the head coach of the victorious Aggies here, Coach Sandy.
Well, Coach, congrats first of all on the semifinal victory to get to the Dakota Bowl next week. Your kids put together a heck of an effort today.
Well, they did. I think both teams played their hearts out, honestly, and it's nice to get that opening touchdown and to get the 2-point conversion off it also. That's always nice playing from ahead, and that's kind of where we've been all year long for the most part. And I always have that little bit of security if you give up a big play. And our defense, I really thought, played just sound. For the most part, at least Coach had them in positions to make plays, and once in a while I thought we were in position and we didn't make a few plays on a couple of those big ones, but that's the way high school football is. But for the most part, pretty happy about our execution. Offensively, second half maybe shut it down a little bit, left a lot in my playbook to call, but at least I got it there for next week, so see how that goes.
Well, Coach, I want to talk about defensively, your front seven. Probably the best front seven I've seen this year as far as you went up against a big, strong, tough, physical offensive line with a lot of experience, and you guys did a lot of good things.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's a hard-working crew. Again, and it's a mixture of some pretty good seniors that have been playing the game for a long time, along with some really athletic kids that just get after it and understand the game really well. And Coach Weidler just does such a super job with them, and the rest of my assistant coaches, they just have been doing such a super job this year coaching these kids up technique-wise and getting them that front seven especially to play as a group, and that they do get after it, that's for sure.
How about offensively, though? I just thought that when you needed a 3rd and 8, you got 9. When you needed 6, you got 10. I just thought that Shep and some other guys, ran hard, which they have been all year. You had a couple passes in there, of course, the touchdown early on, but seemed like you guys made the plays more consistently.
Well, I'll have to go back and watch video because the thing that happens during these games is you kind of forget how some of those third downs went. I guess kept finding myself sitting in 2nd and 10 and then 3rd and 7 and 8, 3rd and 13 a couple times. And yeah, there's one 3rd and 13 we made up where it was just trying to get some yardage back, and that kid's just making plays and running through tackles and getting those and extending the play to extending the possession, I guess. So that was good, yeah, obviously. And, had some turnovers, but, we're able to get through that. And, again, our defense displayed, I think, very, very sound.
How big was that scoop and score to give you some separation again when maybe they were starting to get some momentum on their side?
Right, that was a huge turnover. I mean, it just switched the momentum because, they were starting to drive the ball and getting a rhythm on what they were doing and coming after us, and then you start pressing things defensively, and then all of a sudden turn around and result, and you get a touchdown out of something like that, and that's hard to overcome, especially in playoff games.
Coach, I want to ask you this because I know you had mentioned this to Jake during the week about how this team has just really come together. I mean, good teams do, but I sense that just talking with a few of your players because of the emergency co-op and the timing and kids coming from all over and a lot of miles in between, as far as geographically, but a credit to you and your staff and to the communities and parents and kids, how this has all worked out is, I think I can just sense that it's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, it really has. It is something that, if we could take credit and say, we planned this 5 years ago to have these co-ops in place. They just kind of came from out of the blue, and somebody's watching over us because it just has revitalized our program with numbers now back into our program, and and it's just kind of got us back to where we were a decade ago in early 2000s and that run that we had, and we're now dealing with 40 kids in practice instead of 20 or 25, and it's just you now have the depth, and you got the JV programs that can go out there and kids can play at the level that they need to be at before they're ready for varsity. And in the last 10 years, that's kind of been a little bit of a struggle, because even there's been JV games that we've had to cancel because we just didn't have the numbers. And it's going to show up in our junior high program. They've got good numbers down there, and there's kids coming, and it's just you get that culture back. Or we've had the culture in place, just we haven't had the numbers, and we've had some pretty decent talent, but the prep work, it gets tough for these kids because they can't see things at a game speed. Where right now we've got some kids sitting in our JV program that would definitely be playing, but they can't because they're not eligible because of the emergency co-op. But yeah, it's been great to see them understand what it takes, and now come next year, graduate these seniors, but there's going to be a load of kids already step in and play.
These seniors, though, have done a pretty damn good job of leading the way.
And they have, like I said, they've been there, just been that stability that we have up front. Again, games like this, you got to win battles, and like you said, we thought we went against a pretty good crew there. They're from Hillsboro that battled up front, and they were getting their way there in the second half a little bit, and winning first downs, and like you said, without that scoop and score, who knows how this thing would have went.
Coach Sandy, thanks for everything throughout the week, for helping us and for enabling us to be here. We appreciate it very much. Class act, quality program, and good kids, and best of luck to you guys.
Well, thank you. Appreciate you guys coming down and getting this out to the viewers out there. The audience can watch these kids. They definitely deserve this, to be watched by everybody that can't make it to the game. At least they can get this stuff and watch it on the streams. So it's great for that. You guys coming down here also.
Thank you very much. Head coach Larry Sandy for the Velva-Drake-Anamoose Aggies. They win today in the state semifinals, playing Central Cass next week at the Fargo Dome for the state championship.
Well, thank you, Jim, as we'll continue on with our post-game report after this.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
Here's a message from Tim Cassette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from harvest corn and soybean seed. Visit with Tim Cassette Seed Sales Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
Post-game report on YourLiveEvent.com as the Velva-Drake-Anamoose Aggies 12-0 after a semifinal victory over the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. 20-12 is your final score. As we continue on with our post-game report, let's talk our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection in this one, and it was an early connection for the Aggies as a 61-yard screen pass on the first possession set some tone early on for the Aggies, as it was Trey Iglehart taking the screen pass there for 61 yards, the 8-0 lead early in that first quarter, and that would be it until early in the third quarter when our next score would happen, as that is your Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection, keeping you connected. You can discover local reliability you can trust with Halstead Telephone Company online, halsteadtel.com. And when we look at precision in the game here today, our precision play, talked about it with Coach Sandy, how big it was, that scoop and score fumble return for the Aggies in that third quarter. It was miscommunication offensively by Hillsboro Central Valley as a pitch goes awry, but for Ben Shep to not only pick it up, but pick it up on the run and bring it back in. The true scoop and score there for the fumble return for the touchdown. 7.5 to go in the third quarter. That was the big play. That was done with precision there to keep the feet, scoop the ball, stay on the feet, run. It all takes skill. It all takes precision, and it was done there. Remember, you can have precision with your planter. When you're looking to upgrade your planter, talk with the guys. Arctic Enterprises, Hillsboro and Drayton, online, planterdoc.com. And that brings us to our final numbers today with the Velva-Drake-Anamoose Aggies 2012 victory over Hillsboro Central Valley. Real quick here, let's look at our other scores around the state today. In 11B, Central Cass defeats Beulah 28-6. So Central Cass and Velva-Drake-Anamoose is your 11B Dakota Bowl championship game. In 9B, New Salem Almont a 30-26 victory over North Prairie, and they will take on Cavalier, who takes down top seed Lemoore Litchfield Marion 34-20. So Cavalier and New Salem Almont is the 9B Dakota Bowl championship coming up next week. 11A is Fargo North and Jamestown, as they picked up their victories yesterday. And Bismarck Century and Shanley will be your 11AA Dakota Bowl coming up next Friday from the Fargo Dome. Final stats here today for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Individually rushing the ball, Cole Hebel had 6 carries for a total of 3 yards. Landon Olson with 15 carries for 120 yards. Riley Olson, 13 carries, 48 yards. Jake Swanson, 1 carry for 1 yard and a touchdown. Team carries, 6 carries, totaling a negative 28 yards. 41 total totes, 144 yards on the ground for Hillsboro Central Valley. Receiving it was Peter Dryberg with 4 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown. Kyle Halfley had 1 catch for no yards. Dylan Mitzel, 2 catches for 41 yards. Cody Rage, 2 catches for 16 yards. Riley Olson passing was 9 of 17 for 118 yards and a touchdown for Hillsboro Central Valley. 144 on the ground, 118 through the air, 262 yards of total offense for Hillsboro Central Valley. They had 2 turnovers in the game, 9 first downs, just 2 penalties in the game. Scoring plays of a 25-yard touchdown catch from Peter Dryberg from Riley Olson, and it was Jake Swanson a 1-yard touchdown run. Also defensively, here it would be Jack Matson and Jake Swanson both with a sack apiece for the Burros defense. For the Velva-Drake-Anamoose Aggies, individually rushing the ball, Braden Bozert with 6 carries for a total of 2 yards. Ben Shep, 9 carries, 48 yards. It was Trey Eigelhart with 3 carries for 54 yards. Peyton Bodine with 9 carries for 42 yards and a touchdown. Team rushes of 5 rushes totaling a negative 12 yards. Receiving, it was Eigelhart with 6 catches for 105 yards and a touchdown. And it was Braden Bosser with 1 catch for 20 yards. For the Aggies, 7 of 16 passing, 125 yards, and a touchdown for Ben Shep, the quarterback for the Aggies. 134 on the ground, 125 through the air, 259 total offense for Velva-Drake-Anamoose. 1 turnover in the game. They had 10 first downs, 1 penalty. It was scoring plays of a 61-yard pass to Trey Eigelhart. It was then Ben Shep, a 35-yard fumble return touchdown score, and Peyton Bodine with a 5-yard touchdown run. They were 1 of 3 on 2-point conversions, that being a Shep run on after the first touchdown. And defensively, it was 2 sacks here today for Braden Selzer, and it was then a sack as well for Tyler Holdeman for the Aggies, as they run their record undefeated at 12-0. They will take on Central Cass next week in the Dakota Bowl. The Hillsboro Central Valley Burros will end their season today, a 10-2 overall record on the year, graduating 13 seniors. That is your final stats today as part of your post-game report on YourLiveEvent.com. We thank you for joining us for our semifinal broadcast here today, whether you're joining us for the live video or tune in for the audio-only broadcast as well with Central Cass and Beulah. Thank you for joining us here today. Thank you as well to all the sponsors you've seen throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. They're the ones that make it possible for us to be here with our coverage. Thank you to the North Dakota High School Activities Association. This broadcast has been presented to you with the authority and special arrangements made with the Board of Directors of the NDHSAA. Thanks to Athletic Director / Head Coach Larry Sandy as well, too, with the ability to get in here and get everything connected here in the press box. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Jim Berkemeyer, Keith Meyer with the camera work as well here today, myself, Jake Berkemeyer. Thanks once again for joining us for our semifinal broadcast with the Velva-Drake-Anamoose Aggies going to the Dakota Bowl behind a 20-12 victory over the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, as you saw it on YourLiveEvent.com.